3112. Who do you
No,
want?
just do that cool thing that you can do with your requesting. You know what I'm talking about?
You want
Say
me
the
to make
people
a
versus
state
Crimbo. You're being
announcement?
requested,
Sparks?
pussy. Yeah, state
Hey,
announcement. That
Spark,
thing.
sorry, it's Gallagher. What's up?
Oh, I was gonna ask to see if I could get permission to go to the PD meeting to introduce myself to some.
Oh yeah, you can do, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's over now though. So that's okay.
It pretty. I didn't. Yeah, I woke up and didn't see any marshals on duty yet. Otherwise, yeah. I mean, it's still going on, but you can try and get here if you want.
It's still going on currently.
For the next few minutes, yeah. It might be wrapping up now.
I'm at the courthouse. I probably won't make it. Okay.
When you do that, can you make sure
It's okay. We'll do it. If it's not today, we'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
When the rest of the marshals are around. Today's a bit of a.
Oh yeah,
around,
no,
so.
I have court in 20, so.
You got caught in 20. What are you going to court for already? Jesus Christ.
Bobby Charles is saying that he didn't have to display a license. He had his badge and he didn't have a license on him when he got pulled over, and so he is technically correct, which is the worst kind of correct. So Anna and I are gonna bring it to court, but Anna can't make it, so I'm solo doloing it.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I can come and assist you if you want, but I feel like your legal prowess is good enough, right? But I'll come down anyway.
I do not need assistance. You are more than welcome to come, so I'll be okay.
Okay. All right, yeah, no worries then.
right.
Sounds good. All right. Okay, no worries. All right, I'll see you later.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye. Your Honor, can I bailiff? I'm not part of this.
Absolutely.
Oh, thank you.
It's actually one of your official duties as state marshal.
Yeah, but it's your courtroom, so with all due respect, you know.
I also stepped in a lot and helped prosecute as oversight and teaching. If you find somebody drowning, just for your edification, Sparks.
Permission to be unprofessional?
Only if it's directed at Crimbo.
Oh, it's not. No, I was gonna say bet 42.5 bolded, italicized, and not in Comic Sans. Arial bold was my response to. What, you don't like Arial?
That was like one of the nerdiest. Yeah. What?
Hello, Deputy Bell. My name is Skyler Sparks. I have numerous nerdy degrees and I wear glasses.
Hey, Grayson, you want to laugh?
Sure. Where'd you go for me? He's running. He's running. He's running.
Nah, I'm kidding. You didn't see their face. You had an egg on her face. Oh fuck, that's funny, huh?
You know what? It's not up to me if you get held in contempt.
You see that shit? She had egg on her face. You see that, Grayson?
That's awesome. You're lucky. If it was me there, I'd have pulled my revolver and shot it in the back of the head.
What?
Oh wait, that's a good point. I'll keep my gun out, Your Honor.
No, good thing my helmet would have blocked it.
Do you want to test that theory?
That's a pot.
Jumbo, I'm going to tell you something straight up. I discharged my revolver 3 times in total in one incident. The first time I discharged it, I had a person in a vehicle. The vehicle rocked. I don't think your pot's gonna save you.
You don't know that. I literally can't wait. I'm gonna smoke these motherfuckers in court.
Deputy Bell, do we know if they got that notice? Do we know if they're on their way?
I'm looking at this, Your Honor. They're about halfway here from Los Angeles.
Fantastic.
And then, Your Honor, summary judgment is when you just read the report, right, and make a decision based off that.
Yeah, if you want to make the argument that the evidence is so overburdened in one way that there is no way he could make a defense, then that's the thing. But the issue is, obviously, Mr. Jutton is innocent until proven guilty. He's running again!
Do it, pussy, you won't.
You see that? It keeps scaring him.
Those cuffs real stretchy. Yeah. The issue is he is innocent until proven guilty, right? So it would have to be insurmountable. And even then, I might still give him the opportunity to mount a defense.
I think everybody should have a chance to express their innocence.
It's a very particular way of phrasing that.
How are you doing, Marshal Barrett? You holding it down at the back there?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm doing just okay. I haven't been to sleep yet.
What?
Shut up, Marshall. You a pussy.
There's no, even since last night.
Well,
That's Crimbo's way of saying investigate me. You won't. No balls.
I won't because I got way better things to investigate right now.
Yeah, there's not much to investigate me.
Oh, he says you're just a little guy.
That's,
Hey, did you see when she went to cuff me earlier? She actually uncuffed me.
Don't you fucking dare.
Your Honor, he's wearing flip-flops. Can we investigate how poor his hygiene is?
You're wearing fucking heels. What are you talking about?
Bro, you're all your toes
Heels
are
are
out on
basically
display
flip-flops.
for free. For free.
Yeah, we could. Hey, Judge, can I also call Scotty Bard as a witness?
Yeah, I talked to a lawyer first. I'm currently in court.
He's on the phone.
I only took this just in case it was an emergency. But yeah, I'll talk to you later. No problem.
You guys totally went up to the 3rd floor, didn't you?
No, I
Yeah.
stopped him at the stairs.
What's up, guys?
Your Honor, we're here to give our statement.
I really appreciate you all being here. I just want to say, Cade, you're on this side. You're with Crimbo.
Why the fuck am I on his side?
Because he called you.
He
Yep.
knocked me out.
Then stop testifying before you've been sworn in. I might have to strike his testimony.
Sorry.
Jesus
What up, dog?
Christ.
Shut up, bitch. Don't talk to me.
Why are you so angry at me? What did I do to you?
Okay, is now everybody present you want to be here?
Can I get Scotty Bard as a witness too?
What?
He
We've
wasn't there, but I just
summoned
wanted to
all
talk
the
about his
goddamn
foot fetish.
witnesses. Look, I will add it to the official record that Scotty Bard is a weird foot guy. Is that okay with you?
Deal.
Fantastic. Everybody else here?
Do you sound different today, Grayson, or am I fucking freaking out?
Do I?
You're not as clear as you normally are.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
seductive.
No, he usually tries to do that. Is there a microphone up here you're talking
You do
through?
that on purpose, sir? You try to seduce
No.
us?
Are you talking through a microphone?
No.
All right,
Yeah,
now
you
that
sound-
everyone's here, can
you
we get
sound a
something
little
done?
off.
I'm just kidding.
No.
You sound a little off, and it's a little shady, everyone in the gallery. That
Hey, can we
nobody
start
told him,
this? I got a place to be.
including you, Marshal Sparks.
Shut up, Joe,
What'd
don't
you say,
care.
sir? Sorry, I was focused on
You
Crimbo.
didn't tell Grayson he sounded a little different today.
Do I?
Very shade? No, he does.
I do agree that the microphone on the stand is slightly different, but
Shady.
I can still understand it perfectly clearly.
Yeah, but Grayson really puts a lot of weight in how he sounds, and he takes a lot of pride in it. What's the report?
Grayson, can you
Bo?
start this, or what's going on here?
10011.
Now I'm worried about how I sound.
Who gives a shit?
You made him
told you it-
self-conscious.
I told you it
Sure,
bothered-
what
it
the
bothered the
hell?
fuck out of him.
Your Honor, you sound like ass.
Yana, you
Wait,
sound
what?
fine.
Gotham City!
Gotham City! Who is this corn dog? Oh, my apologies, Your Honor.
Hey,
Hey, McNee,
Judge
can you represent me?
Just go.
Nicely done there, Quangle. Nicely
My
done.
apologies, Your Honor.
Thank you. I like your style. All right, can we start this, McNee? What the fuck's going on?
I love his
Can you
mustache.
tell Grayson to hurry the fuck up?
Okay. Everybody's
Prosecution's
here. We
ready,
got
Your
all the
Honor.
witnesses here. If you're going to give testimony here today, raise your left hands. Cade, put the fucking MDT down.
Sorry.
That counts for you to Rimbo if you're going to give testimony.
I'm not giving testimony.
know.
Fuck that. I'm not an idiot.
Yeah, put it up just in case. Okay. What about you, Belle? Any chance you might want to talk?
Bell's gonna have to talk.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you swear and affirm that the testimony you're about to give this court is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, and the pains and penalties and perjury? So help you.
Yeah.
Who?
Sure.
Oh, help me, who? Who was
Who's
that?
that? Who's
Like,
that?
we can't hear what you're saying.
Oh, you're
I swear.
overcooking. You're overcooking, Grayson.
I'm confused. on who it is.
Oh.
I'm stupid.
You're peeking.
Okay,
do.
we'll do another one. So help you, Derek.
Yeah,
Well, help me
that's a good
there.
one. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I agree with that one.
I am scared of that guy.
There's a
That's
few that I
fair.
don't fuck with. If you said
What's
Coil,
that
I would have
supposed
called
to
him a
mean?
fat. If you said Coil, I would have called him a fat fuck. Anyways, carry on. Let's go.
Okay. Go on in. The state, over to you. Who you calling first?
Deputy Quangle, Your Honor.
Permission to have a speed bench trial?
Down.
don't have
If you're waiving your
Yeah,
right
the
to a
next 11 minutes.
full trial and we're just doing this quick, let's do this quick.
11
Quangle,
minutes.
as fast as possible, what the fuck happened with Jimbo? Primbo.
That's what happened. We
That
were
guy over there.
leaving. We were leaving the court case yesterday. BCSO versus Dallas PD. As we're walking down the stairs, I seen Crimbo. He karate. Well, what seemed
Objection,
to be
how did
Crimbo,
you identify him?
because everybody in the courtroom was like, "Hey, Crimbo, what are you doing?" And you kept answering them when they kept saying your name.
Ooh.
Objection, weird.
How was that weird? They were like, "Hey,
Because
Crimbo,"
when I
and you're
walked
like,
in the
"Hey, what's
courtroom,
up?"
somebody said, "Why is that guy Jimbo being so weird?" So obviously they thought I was someone else.
No, they called you Crimbo.
Oh, somebody else called me Jimbo.
I heard Crimbo.
I
Allegedly.
was talking to Jimbo for most of that court case.
I don't know, man. I
That
don't know what to
wasn't
tell you.
Jimbo.
So as we're walking down, I seen this individual who I suspect to be Crimbo because people were saying Crimbo in the courtroom. He karate chopped Cade and he ran away in his little, his jogging silly run away. And then I seen him get in a
Objection,
vehicle and
weird.
drive away.
Run ID?
Hmm. What kind of ID, Quangle? Clarification?
What do you mean ID?
Are you
What
run
kind of
ID?
ID did you get?
I heard they called him Crimbo
ID.
in the court
Oh,
case.
wait. Hearsay voice ID. You heard somebody else call him.
I heard multiple other people call him Crimbo,
Did
and he
somebody
responded,
else
"Yes,
voice
hello."
ID someone. So you had
Okay,
no
what happened?
concrete
Keep going, keep
information
going,
of
keep
that
going, Quangle,
person that
keep
was
going,
running
I
keep
away.
going.
believe he's wearing the same outfit he is now. He was wearing the same outfit, I believe.
Really? Can we touch on the
Ooh.
statement by Deputy
Ooh.
Bell then?
Not yet.
Oh,
I
You
believe,
grab
I'm
all
not
that at the
sure.
end.
Oh,
We can do
Again,
this
I
real quick.
believe, I'm not
Come on,
sure.
Quangle, keep going, keep going, quick.
Again, like I said, I seen an individual that I thought was Crimbo. I
There you
assumed
go.
I was almost positive it was him. I seen him go behind Mr. Deputy K, chop him in the back of the neck. I chased after him, told him to stop running, he was going to be tased, and he got in the vehicle and fled. And that's the last
Okay,
time I seen him.
well, objection, because in his statement he said that he witnessed Simbo Judd, not allegedly, not someone that looked like
It's-
Simbo, but Simbo.
It's so funny.
Objection, weird.
And who I believe.
Objection.
You can't object. You're a witness.
I can't.
That is all, Your Honor.
I'm
Can I
on your
step
part of
down?
the defense.
No, you're not on my side.
He's
I am on
what?
your side. Bro,
Can I
I was
step
called
down,
as
Your
the
Honor?
defense team.
No, I called you as a
No, you were
witness.
called
called
as
as
a
a
witness, Cade. Jesus
I knew that. I
Christ.
knew that. I knew that.
You're a fucking moron.
The fuck you calling me?
All right, keep going.
Okay, Quangle, do you have anything else you think is absolutely essential that you need to tell me?
Do we have to?
Again, I
hold
just
on.
know a lot of people in the courtroom were calling him Crimbo, and he
Objection,
kept
weird.
answering him, and he was talking to him, and
Objection,
I
weird.
seen him running out
All
when
of
we
this
all
is
ran
objection
out.
weird.
And
I'm
he
taking
got
note of all
Objection
of this,
weird.
in the back
Mr.
of the neck.
Chitton.
Objection, weird.
Mhm.
Objection. Stop. Objection.
That is
Okay.
it, Your Honor. That is all, Your
Okay,
Honor. Am I,
thank you,
am I
Quangle.
dismissed? Am I dismissed?
Next.
Prosecution
Ventura.
would like to call Sergeant Ventura.
Come on,
Hey.
let's go, Sergeant.
How's it going?
Hi, Sergeant.
Hello.
Nice beanie.
Thank you.
Okay,
Quick as possible.
you've already been sworn in. Tell me
Yeah.
what the fuck happened.
Was walking out the courthouse. I was in my suit, wore a nice suit for the legislative audit. When I was approached by Mr. Simbo Jutton, how I ID'd him, I did a mix of voice ID and connecting the dots IDing. He always wears the same type of mask and pot on his head. It also matches
Objection,
his
Your
MDT.
Honor.
It also
Clothing
matches
ID,
his
there's only
MDT
so many
mugshot.
clothing choices
It
in the
also
store for
matches
me
his
to
MDT
use.
mugshot that is currently on his profile. The blue top, Hawaiian top.
The court
pot.
takes notes of this is a city with millions of people in its defense.
Yes, that's fine. And I called him Simbo, stop fucking. He tackled me. I said, Simbo, don't fucking tackle me. He said, I'll do whatever the fuck I want. And then he punched me twice before running away when Bell arrived on scene.
How does that help with the ID?
I explained how I ID'd you.
No. You've already got
Prosecution,
my
you have any
objection of
questions for
weird.
him?
Also, chat.
No,
you
Your
can
Honor,
voice
I'm
ID.
pretty happy with
Defense,
that.
you have any
You
questions
can't
for him?
use it as the primary portion of your ID. You can use it as
how big is it?
like
Sorry.
this guy always wears bright colored
Your
shoes.
defense
He always
was
wears a
Cade.
bright colored shirt and has a
I
very
just wanna
specific
point out in
necklace.
your- in
Also,
your,
Not
he
very.
sounded
statement
like
here,
the
you
guy.
said that Simbo Jutton was wearing a blue
It cannot be.
t-shirt,
It cannot be
right?
the only
Yeah.
ID that you use.
But in the
to get
picture,
person.
that you said that was on that profile, what kind of shirt is it?
It's a blue Hawaiian
Which
t-shirt.
is
That's
how that
not
works.
It's a blue Hawaiian button
for
down,
the
which is
most
not
part,
a
IRL.
t-shirt.
Okay. Okay. Objection semantics? Or specific?
Exactly, and I win. All right, you just
That
want
is
that in the record.
Interesting. But it's on the record. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Ventura. Bell, are you stepping up to give a testimony quickly?
I can, Your Honor.
Okay, final witness from the prosecution. Let's do this. You've been sworn in. Cade's on the defense.
Oh, true.
You didn't call Cade. Okay, Belle, tell me what happened.
I was traveling north on the San
Does it
Freeway when
say
Ventura called on the radio
captain?
asking if any units were in the city. I said that I was just leaving the city. He said that he was being assaulted by Crimbo Jetton. I turned around and responded. I arrived on scene. Ventura was chasing Crimbo
Spirit's
out
still
of
here.
City Hall. Crimbo Jetton was wearing a Hawaiian button-down shirt, which was the same description that Quangle gave yesterday of him fleeing. So I told him that he was going to be arrested. He said, "No, I'm not doing that." Began running away from me. When he started running away from me, Ventura left to go get his uniform, to which Crimbo started swinging at me. We exchanged punches, at which point Ventura arrived back on scene. And Crimbo ran where he got tackled by an off-duty officer, but escaped and got into a car and fled.
I don't think this is going to be a short
Okay,
stream.
any questions from any of the prosecution then?
No, not for this one.
Or the defense? The defense got any questions? No?
I'm good, homie.
Okay, thank you, Belle.
You're welcome.
Does the prosecution have any evidence they would like me to pay attention to before we move over to the defense?
Would just like to highlight the fact
20
that
hours at least. I hope
Crimbo
not.
is,
I gotta go to work,
cringe,
dog.
and I'd like to be on record.
Yeah, last one, that one, please. I'd like to say this guy's a fucking fat pussy loser. How about that?
Interestingly enough, when I assess how cringe he is, there's only Simbo Jutton and Jimbo Sutton at this level of cringe. It's weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is fat pussy
Okay.
loser up there as well? Or is that, is
Crazy
that
if you swap the first letters, Your Honor, you kind of get the same person.
Absolutely, Belle. Guide me through it.
Shut up, Ballistic Kill.
No, I'm just making a joke,
Ballistic
Your Honor.
Hell.
I'd like
Ballistic
to,
Hell is a sick name.
I'd like to call Josh Cade to the stand.
Okay, so if we're done with the prosecution, we're moving on to the defense.
Okay.
Okay, how are we going to deal with Cade? Are you asking questions or we just let him talk?
No, I got questions.
Oh my
Okay.
fucking god.
Hey, I got questions for him.
Objection, Your Honor. You have a phone book for Kate to reach over the top of the.
Yeah, can you give me, is there something, can I stand on the chair?
Your Honor, I can pick him up and throw him over my
Please.
shoulder if he needs to be lifted.
Can I stand on the chair, Your Honor?
Uppy.
I got you.
Manhandle
All right,
this
come on.
manlet.
Let me stand on the chair.
That's not how that
There
works.
we go. Oh. I'm not stand on the chair?
It's fine.
you.
I got it. All right,
Thank you
Cade,
so
talk
much.
to this mic. Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, that's it. All right.
Are you ready?
Deputy Cade, in your statement,
What is happening here? Did he just
you
give a
said
statement?
what?
Wait, does he not just give a statement? Why is he
No, he
getting
said,
examined?
he said, do I need to ask him questions? I said yes.
Oh, okay.
But you shut the fuck up, sit down, little boy.
You comfortable up there? You need me to
Um,
adjust?
Mel-
Yeah, I'm chilling.
Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate this.
He said in his statement, Mr. Cade, who were you attacked by?
A guy with a mask.
Okay. In your statement, you pointed out that there was a man wearing a white shirt and a wolf-looking mask that chopped you in the back.
Yeah, wolf-looking mask.
Yeah. To touch back on the statement from which one is it?
Cade talks so fucking fast.
1 second. Oh, yeah, to go back
I'm
on
in
the
a court
statement
case,
from
son, I'll call you
Ventura,
back.
Ventura pointed out that there was Simbo Jordan wearing a blue T-shirt. I think it's contradicting that he's saying there was a white shirt, and then was called out that someone wearing a pug mask. There was a positive ID of Simbo Jutton was wearing the same thing at the courthouse. He's pictured in his profile mugshot, a pug mask with a pot on his head and a blue Hawaiian style shirt. There's contradicting stuff here, Your Honor. Cade, so how do you know who attacked you if you got attacked from the back?
I don't know who attacked me.
You said in your statement though the person was wearing a white shirt and a wolf mask.
Yeah, because I saw him in the courtroom.
But how do you know that was the man that attacked you then?
Because he came up behind me when I tased him. I tased that bitch ass motherfucker. I tased him because he assaulted me prior to going down the fucking stairs. And then, as I was going down the second set of stairs, he then shot me in the back of the neck. Is that what you want to hear, little cunt?
Cade, do we need to get you therapy? Calm
Sorry,
down.
Sorry.
You got this, buddy. I
Yeah,
believe in
but,
you.
so you don't know who chopped you?
It was a guy wearing like a blue shirt, a white blue shirt. I don't fucking know.
No, for the record, on your statement, you said the person was wearing a white shirt and a wolf mask.
Yeah, a wolf-looking mask.
Do pugs and wolves look the same, Mr. Cade?
They could do, depending what kind of fucking wolf it is.
Really?
Yeah, they're in the same family.
Could be a really messed up wolf.
Yeah, they're in the
no-
same family.
No shit, it might look like in your family.
So,
What?
What?
That's kind of mean.
I'm a fucking asshole. What do you mean?
Your Honor, motion to settle by trial by combat between Simbo and Cade.
But
No.
why me though? Why me though?
Do
Why
I
me
have
though?
that on record yet?
Also, actually, that's it.
I'm
That's
just
it.
mean.
Any questions from the prosecution?
No, Your Honor, I have no questions.
Okay.
so much.
You're welcome.
Then
Am I
thank
free
you,
to go,
Cade.
Your
Step
Honor?
back. 1 second. 1 second.
6977
Defense, do you rest?
For vehicle maintenance.
I'd like to recall Bell.
Okay.
What are you drinking? What are you drinking, little
Is that
guy?
Monster Sun?
Monster. What kind? White?
No, the white one. Yeah, the
Crimbo, you said you want to make this. Crimbo, you said you want to make this
Yeah.
quick. Let's do this.
You got a positive ID. Based on this, your positive ID was based on the profile mugshot. Says that the pug mask with a pot on his head and a Hawaiian style butt-up shirt. If we looked at the picture of the mugshot that we have here, it looks like there's a blue Hawaiian
He is
style
not-
butt-up shirt.
He is
And
not
then
on
the
duty.
person's wearing a bear mask, not a pug mask. So how could you tell those two are the same if they're wearing two different style masks?
He's not on duty.
So what was your question?
Are those the same? Are masks and bears the same thing?
Yeah, I toned him the fuck out, to be honest, when he's speaking.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I
I'm a
was thinking about
shark. Hi, Cookie. It's good to see you. man.
I mean, it's very hard to tell what kind of mask you have when you put the pan on. It really smushes the mask.
So you think? So for the record, you think pugs and bears are the same thing?
They're clearly not the
Ooh,
same thing.
no.
Okay, so you, could you possibly
That's
misconstrue a
unfortunate.
pug from a bear?
Okay, everything's fine.
No.
Because in your statement, you put that you positively ID'd him from his profile mugshot of a pug mask with a pot, but
Oh,
the
no.
profile picture is not the same. So I don't.
Oh no.
That's it.
Okay. Any questions for the prosecution? Ventura, Quangle?
No.
Oh no.
Okay. You can step down.
Your
Bell. Is
Honor.
that it from the defense?
Yeah, I'm good, homie.
Yeah, we rest.
Okay. Cool. Defense rests. I'm not going to give an option for closings. I don't need them. I'm going to go deliberate. I'll be back in.
I
like
was
3
until I
hours, the
deleted
way the
myself.
DOJ
Can I do-
works, so.
Nice,
Can
thank
I do
God.
a quick? Can I do a quick closing argument?
I'm gonna walk out. Goodbye, goodbye, Grace.
Oh,
That's it.
Can
That's
I
it.
leave? Am I
The-
dismissed, Your Honor? Am I
the-
dismissed?
the witnesses are dismissed.
Quick closing
Thank you.
argument.
Come on,
Okay, I'm
guys.
still
Quick
here.
Closing arguments.
No,
Prosecution
fuck
first.
the BCSO.
Oh,
That's
okay.
fine.
Dispatch is
Bell.
Scott from Marshall's when that
Floor
happened.
shows.
Is
What the
getting back on. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Listen, just because you wear a different shirt or a different mask doesn't mean you wear a silly little pot on your head. I know
Well,
you
are
get
you
it.
directing that at me or
Yeah,
the
that was done.
court? You fucking cringe lord.
Okay, I'm going to deliberate. I'll be back in, as I said, in about 3 hours. So just wait here for me. I'll be back soon.
Sounds good.
I'm back with a verdict.
Oh,
It took long and hard deliberation to come to this conclusion, and I hate to do this, but Brimbo has established reasonable doubt fairly easily in this case.
What?
Shut up, the judge is talking.
I won one, bitch. Sorry.
The failure of Josh Cade to identify in line with everybody else in the report has absolutely established a line of reasonable doubt in this case. He identified positively
disagree.
a individual in a white shirt with a wolf mask. Everybody else stated the individual's wearing a blue shirt with a pug mask. Despite the differences between the bear and the pug, the color of the shirt and the mask differentiation establishes it could
I forgot that Grayson
possibly
has the bar
reasonably
for
have been
reasonable
somebody
doubt
else other than
extremely high.
Jimbo Sutton who committed these crimes. That is the verdict of this court. Not guilty on all charges. Have a great day, everybody.
You should have just listened to me from the beginning. I told you it was gonna happen.
I actually have a question about that
Listen,
verdict.
you're
Your
free to
Honor,
go.
Yeah, what's up?
So, despite having
Thanks, dog.
multiple people,
Mhm.
I'd be able to identify him. The person that was physically injured did not correctly 100% identify him. How does that
He
provide?
was fairly certain that it wasn't him. He was the most vehement on the stand about who actually hit him. Like it's not about proving it. It's just about hitting reasonable doubt. And at that point, I had a differing perception of what could have happened reasonably.
Right, but by preponderance, you have multiple different officers being able to identify him allegedly.
Yeah,
correctly.
this is a criminal trial. It's not about a preponderance of evidence. It's
I'm
about
aware.
reasonable doubt.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
no.
yeah. Oh,
No.
okay.
No, I'm not convicting anybody on a preponderance of evidence.
Alright, thank you, Your Honor.
It's not what it. Okay.
Thank you, Bell.
Almost there.
Okay, no, I'm with you. There was a preponderance of evidence. I agree. I don't think it got beyond a reasonable doubt. I want to set this.
You don't think it got over 80%? Like that he was identified?
I think they were probably like 65, 70 to be real. And you're going to see sparks. There are people in the city right now, judges, who are almost like on a 95% level of.
That's ridiculous as far as the conviction rate.
Well, here. Oh yeah, I watched it happen. You wait until you see Weiss in court. My issue is like if they all came in with the same narrative, even though it's purely mask and voice ID, I kind of feel like I would have got that right. But once one of them's breaking their lines and not holding that line, I at that point I've got to give somebody a chance, you know?
Sort of. I understand. I mean, we respectfully, professionally agree to disagree, but
No,
it's not
I
like
get
it's
it,
not
I
like
get
I'm on
it.
a bench, so.
I also think that if everybody's happy to do the fucking speed bench trial, it's
Oh
not,
yeah. The level of you know, if this was a 2-hour trial, it was
everything
very
else,
correct.
everything lowers when we're doing this right now.
No, I understand.
When
I was just
they're
curious.
motioning last minute for trial by combat, they are kind of indicating to me they accept they've lost this one.
I think they could have won that one, honestly. But
I think it's a coin toss.
I mean, all Bill had to do was establish, like, oh, you were hurt. How close were you? How often? What was the time
But
that you
none
saw
of that
him?
happened.
No,
one
no, it
tried.
didn't. No. I'm not saying anything was in the wrong. I'm just kind of evaluating this case for future cases, and I shouldn't be doing that.
I think this one teaches you nothing.
It teaches me
Nothing at all.
that Simbo gives out feet for free.
Basically.
I don't know if Bobby's gonna be here. I'm gonna be
What the
honest,
fuck's
he's not on
Bobby Charles?
duty.
It's not on okay, great, amazing.
He was told yesterday that it was gonna be 1 hour.
I just got a phone call
after-
from Bobby Charles.
Oh, good.
Charles.
I don't care if I'm fine, guys. I disagree with the
You
ruling, but I understand why
requesting
they did it.
traffic court. Okay. I'm on this. I'm in the. Do you want to be in the big court or the little court? Okay, I'll see you on the third story. I'll see you there. I'll see you there. Bye. Bobby just called me. He's enacting his rights to due process. He wants to be in the big court.
Yeah, he said that a million times, like 1,000
Yeah,
times.
that sounds like Bobby. Hello.
How's it going, Judge? I'm trying to get my damn bar license back.
How are you doing, Mr. Whitehawk?
Oh, it's going.
69723. We have
That is
20
you,
units.
Ajax, right?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is
You
good.
never heard anyone apparently.
Not in certain circumstances.
It's not illegal.
You haven't got your bar license?
No, man, I've been gone for so long.
Okay.
Okay, let me take a look.
Need any
your state
pictures
ID?
documenting the scenario?
15774.
I forgot that NoPixel's super concerned with voice ID when it's and if it's used properly, it's not an issue. I think people freak out for dumb fuck reasons.
Okay, we got a situation at this grocery store. Gonna find one side seat.
Whitehawk. 15774.
Trying to go to the store robbery.
You're on an official election.
You guys need units for that?
But you don't have a
For
profile.
reasons
we can
people
do
still
one
think
more
you
if you
can't
wanna
use
do it
voice.
on-
Yeah,
on
because
the-
it's
Yeah,
used like
36,
once. Someone gets really upset about it once, and you just can't use it as the primary version. And even then, if it's for example, say for example it was Sparks' fiance, then it's very easy for her to be able to recognize her fiance by like physical body mannerisms. The familiarity between the characters are there.
76976.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you take a photo of this man for me so I can
Yeah,
make
sure.
it in his profile? Appreciate it.
Can we do like a cool Snapchat filter? Or?
306
No,
is
I
76.
just need to be fucking identifiable.
Metro
Just
robbery
make
Alpha
me look
Palomino.
sexy as fuck.
I would not be able to do that.
God damn it.
Yikes.
Just stand
Shots
still.
fired, call from the area. I'm assuming that the shoot.
Stand still.
This is as still as I fucking stand, okay?
Are you want me to upload it?
If you can put it in there, do. If
Yeah, I
not,
got it.
just send it to me and I can do it.
No, I got it. What's your state ID, sir?
15774.
They want us to respond accordingly with the correct amount of units. We're not going to open fire
It
on
has been uploaded.
doing anything. We're going to be warning them to put the guns
I
away.
made you skinnier.
Beautiful. That never hurts.
I need food. I have extra bullets. I should not have bullets.
69 is 23. I see a blue color,
Fuck.
4-door.
Okay, I'll make the request for you.
Buffalo.
Just so you're aware.
There's another 2-door Serrano here, occupied 2 times.
But I'll make the request.
Can I have the hostage?
No, no worries.
I'm not sure. I believe they do. They do. There's individuals with their hands up.
Nowhere, so yeah.
Well, at least now you're an actual person with a, you know. Yeah. We're gonna be upstairs, Box.
Wait.
Oh, okay.
Wait. So I wasn't a person before?
No, you were a small little baby man.
You didn't have a, you didn't have any paperwork backing you up, right?
Killed someone and not been able to be charged.
No, they didn't charge you. They just made a profile with you behind bars at that point.
Oh, gotcha.
No.
Not saying that I would, Your Honor. I was just making hypotheticals.
I haven't seen you around. Not even just before Sanguine. It was before the financial collapse. Before Sanguine, dude. It's been a while. It's been a while.
Oh, how's it going, Your Honor?
Hey, Your Honorable Honor. Your Honor, I will be setting forth a few pre-trial motions, Your Honor.
Oh, if we're going that route, Your Honor, I'm perfectly fine with matching his energy.
Let me just
Okay.
let me pull up my AI. Yes, yes, Your Honor.
Do you know Marshal Sparks?
Well, Your Honor, as a prosecutor, Your Honor, you know, I think that I have a right to defend myself to the highest degree.
You do, and that's why you're here. Do we have an incident report or anything I need to look at while we get this rolling?
Yes, Your Honor. We'll be looking at incident report 10020 entitled Bobby Charles, vertical line, a failure to stop and go.
Your Honor, I have a question regarding this court.
Okay, what's your question, Charles?
I just woke up.
So, you know, in traffic court, are we still under the presumption beyond a reasonable doubt, or you know, I know some people are more likely than not for certain traffic violation in traffic court guidelines. So, what's our burden of proof here going to be, Your Honor?
This is not a civil trial, is it, Mr. Charles? These are, while these are, you know, not felonies or even, you know, are these classified as misdemeanors or as infractions?
They're both infractions currently, Your Honor.
They're infractions. Those still fall under the criminal purview. If you're found guilty, Charles, you will be a criminal.
Well, Your Honor, you know, I'm sure that you're going to be able to see that no reasonable person would have done anything like this in any sort of scenario. You know, just why we're here.
Accuse you of being reasonable, Charles?
No, I just think that this Marshal over here doesn't understand how to prosecute. I will be motioning to add counsel for myself.
Okay, you got a lawyer. You're allowed a lawyer. Who's your lawyer?
Leave Kyle Preds around. He will be my legal aid. He is a legal aid.
I will allow you to have a legal aid. Yes, Barrett, what's up?
With the prosecution's permission, can I help Bobby out with this so he doesn't fuck it up? Because it's kind of an important one.
Hey, Kyle is not answering the phones. So.
Your Honor, I'm fine with Marshal Barrett stepping in to assist with the criminal defendant in this matter, and I would like to do openings if possible concerning the bench trial.
I will absolutely give you guys the leeway for openings and closings if that's what you want.
Yes, Your Honor, the state would like to do that, or the people. I'm sorry, the people would like to do that.
I don't mind the state. I've used the state a couple of times when prosecuting a marshal.
So I'm getting charged with fucking driving without proper identification.
Failure to provide identification on a traffic stop.
Oh my god.
Third floor.
Your Honor, can I approach?
Sure, what up, McName?
Sorry, was it acceptable if I'm allowed to support Bobby on this one?
If he requests you, then I'll talk about it, Barrett.
Oh,
All right, hold up. Pred's already on his way. Can I have 2 of them? Can I stack?
You can stack.
All right,
Yeah, I'm
get
not
in here,
afraid for how many people you have
We're
on that
stacking.
side.
If you got Pred, you don't need me then, right?
You know, the more the merrier.
You got. You trust Pred more than me? That's cool. I got it.
What's his name?
Kyle Pred?
Oh, is that the guy that's running for whatever?
Yeah, one of the mayoral candidates.
Oh, he only has a living charge. Okay.
Don't fuck this up, Bobby. It's important.
No, I will be
He's expunged.
doing a few Oh yeah, I've actually received 2 expungements too, Marshal.
Congratulations. I'm really happy for you.
Yeah, reform.
That's good. I hope it continues to be that way. I'm not being sarcastic, by the way. Well, if Kyle's going to be here, then I guess that's where we are, guys. I think we should be fine. Who's this? Grayson. Oh yeah, no. I am very well aware. I've roleplayed with Kyle for a while. I'm aware of what Pred can do, especially NoPixel Pred rather than other Pred from other servers.
Get to the 3rd floor. I'm fighting a marshal in court for the fucking traffic citation, dude. No, I can't. I'm in court. Come up here and help defend me.
Can we put images on the board? Is that a thing we can do? So last me just volume slider preemptively. Yeah. Short chat. It says short court stream. It's just short court stream. What's the semantics on the thing? Operating. Person has valid driver's license but unable to provide citizen to law provide a valid citizen identification. Person must present physical identification to law enforcement. Vehicle is to be impounded by law enforcement. This is to we should have impounded the vehicle.
Your Honor, motion to add evidence.
Okay, Bobby, what are you adding?
Well, I kind of gotta go like down there and grab it. So can I go grab it and come back?
So you're
What is
asking
it?
if you have permission to leave the court?
Okay, I need to add my badge as physical evidence.
Your Honor,
Your
the state,
badge.
the people will object to that. We actually already have his badge and evidence.
Well, Your Honor, the defense would like to object to that as I want it in my evidence too.
It's
The
an
police
evidence,
report will
period.
stand as evidence for everybody. You can call to it anytime you need to.
Bobby,
over here.
Objection to you going getting the physical item. Are you signed on duty? Can you get it past the... Charles, I'm talking to you.
The judge is talking to you.
Your Honor,
Your Honor, the people motion to default judgment.
Be respectful.
Oh, okay, motion withdrawn.
Your Honor, I'm just talking with my legal counsel.
Okay. McNee, did we ever get a ruling on whether or not we could give out death for contempt?
I think most of us were in favor, but we never got anything in writing.
Oh, Your Honor, I'm ready. You let me know.
Thank you.
I'll be back, Bobby.
Oh, dear God. You have to
Your Honor,
About what you want to do with that?
Barrett shall be my legal counsel. Your Honor, of course, if you allow it.
The state will have
We'll
a
allow it
preliminary.
if there's no objection.
Your Honor, there is a preliminary objection concerning that matter.
Okay, what's the objection?
Mr. Charles has requested personally certain people who have traveled here, which have now left. He originally accepted Marshal Barrett's counsel, then requested additional counsel, then is now switching counsel. While the state...
I have a rebuttal.
Can I... Your Honor, he's been interrupting me for the last 12 hours. Can I please finish what I'm saying?
Let the Marshal speak, otherwise you will get contempt. Continue, Marshal Sparks.
Thank you so much. Well, the state concedes, yes, he does need counsel. We just need to affirm that he can't just Lego brick his counsel throughout the court case.
Rebuttal, Your Honor. As you said not too long ago, I could have two legal counsels, and I did not specifically choose between Kyle or Barrett. I was going to choose both of them, and seeing as Kyle just left this courtroom, that still leaves me with my last counsel that you have approved me of. Your Honor, Barrett, get up here. I just cooked.
That was very ceviche. It wasn't really cooking. You like tempered it in some really light lemon juice. Let me think. I am willing to allow Marshal Barrett to step in to aid you in your legal defense because you clearly need it. And I want no grounds for mistrial later on because, you know, finding yourself incompetent of a legal defense feels like a very Bobby Charles move to me.
Yeah, I want to hope that the prosecution doesn't perjure at all because, you know, I will be forced to prosecute her myself, Your Honor.
Are you attempting to threaten the prosecution, Mr. Charles?
No, I'm just saying that perjury is a very serious matter, Your Honor.
No.
My good to approach this table, Your Honor.
Yeah, okay, Barrett, you can step in and help. Do you need a moment to talk with Barrett about your strategy?
Yes. He doesn't have a... He's an idiot, Your Honor. Bobby,
I
shut
do
the
have a
fuck
strategy.
up. No, what could possibly...
Your Honor, is he allowed to switch out counsel in the middle of a court case? I just want to know, just so I'm prepared.
I'm going to be real. I'm going to make that determination with how patchy he's doing at that moment in time.
Stupidly simple.
Okay, understood.
It's just how you interpret the chart. It's legit.
Yeah, exactly. The charge literally is interpretable because the word citizen identification is not capitalized. It is not a proper noun. It is not a physically identified item.
You need moments to get your opening statements together.
This people are ready to proceed, Your Honor.
Okay, the people are ready.
Is a government-issued item. And it has a picture ID on it with your state ID on it and your name.
So if it was a citizen identification, would be specifically the citizen identification.
I'm eavesdropping.
By City Hall because
I'm going to continue to use this route.
Do we not have Marshal Lockhart present?
No, she will not be present. We will just be submitting her very detailed statement in lieu of her testimony, Your Honor.
I was gonna go for something like that.
I was the primary officer on scene, however.
I know you don't know how to articulate the law that much to get to that point. You know, I don't think that they can reasonably say that I was the driver of the vehicle.
Yes, the amount of they don't have as much to prove for that. It is far harder to prove this.
He's trying to do the exclusionary rule.
Your Honor, the defense's opening statement is ready to proceed.
Okay.
Do I go first?
Shut up, Bobby. Okay, it is the 15th of October, 2024. I'm
there's
calling
no way
court into
he's
session
saying it's
for
fruit
the
of the poisonous tree. That's not how the
versus
exclusionary
Bobby
rule works.
Charles. This is an incident that occurred on
because it was from the appeal yesterday.
Early hours of this morning and has been deferred until now, as traffic court is likely to do. Mr. Charles, you have been charged with 1 times failure to stop and 1 times operating a motor vehicle without proper identification. How do you wish to plead?
Your Honor, I will be pleading not guilty.
It's telling I was worried you were actually gonna fuck that part up.
Any specific charges?
Not guilty to
or-
all charges, Your Honor.
Okay. The court is putting that in the official record that you've pled not guilty to all
How
charges.
the fuck do I mute dispatch?
Any pre-trial stuff we need to get out of the way with now before we run into starting the prosecution?
The state has no pretrial motions.
Bobby, anything else? You good to go?
Your Honor, we have
Marshals can't.
we have
Okay.
no pretrial motions, Your Honor.
Very dramatic. Opening arguments. When you are ready, Marshal Sparks.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, this is very clearly a case of overextended hubris. The defendant sits there in his patrol car, wantonly shoves a badge in a marshal's face, shoves someone else's license in someone else's face, and sits there and claims that he can drive without a license. At the end of the day, Your Honor, this isn't... It's so much a charge is based on specific guilt, but it is based on the spirit versus the letter of the law. And the state prays to the court to be able to see the differences as is presented by the people, and so that we can hope to possibly change the wording or the specification concerning one of these charges. Thank you.
Let her ramble as long as she can, because the longer she rambles, the less the judge pays attention. If you
Okay.
object, then it snaps his attention back to the
Defense.
I'm gonna go over here so
floor
I
is
can hear them.
yours. Whoever's stepping forward to make your opening statement, I am ready.
Yes, Your Honor. Test. Is it tested?
I wish you were tested.
Your Honor, this trial, as you will see fit, is nothing except just a waste. Oh! I'm hungry.
Your Honor,
I'm
state
okay.
moves to motion to default.
I'm okay.
I'm going to deny that motion purely because I'm not denying this man his chance to offer a defense because he's incompetent and incapable of feeding himself. Does anybody
Can one
have
of us get
feelings for
like
Mr.
power of
Charles?
attorney and just pull the plug?
Your Honor, in your custody, in your care, I demand drinks from the marshal.
I'm gonna
You
get
can't
you a
demand
drink.
anything, but I can
You're
ask
not in
people to
custody.
give them to.
Shit.
You are here of your own free will, Charles. You asked to be here. I'm here because you asked me to be here.
Yes,
Radio
Your
check.
Honor.
Send to
EMS for
Are you thirsty or
marshals.
hungry?
Just thirsty.
Here's a drink. Stand yourself
Send it.
back up.
Can we get a 52 to the 3rd floor courthouse? Bobby Charles is in court and forgot to eat and is just kind of drooling on the floor like a little baby man.
No.
Hey, Fireman,
Your
go
Honor, I
54,
will not
76.
Copy
take
that, thank you.
this disrespect from the prosecution.
Yes, you
Stand
will.
up and drink your drink.
What are you going to do about it, Bobby?
I will exercise my
Highly
civil liabilities in the court.
Your Honor, I
That
have
is
a
what I will do.
I have a medic coming to evaluate him for parentheses mental evaluation and parentheses to ensure that his health is good and standard for
I do not
for court.
consent. I do not consent. As an EMS does not have enough knowledge to do that. That would be the purview of a psychiatrist.
To make sure you're
or some
Your
sort
Honor,
of
to
a
make sure he's healthy for court.
I could assess his mental evaluation right now.
Perfect. The state would like to move to ensure that there's a competency check for Bobby Charles concerning his evaluation in court. The state does not the state is not sure that he's able to plead it this time.
Bobby Charles.
Your Honor.
Real quick, we're going to do some mental evaluation real quick. Are you ready?
Yes.
Where are you?
I am in Davis City Hall.
Bobby Charles, what day is it?
October 2024 of October on the 15th day.
That's the weirdest way anyone's ever given a fucking date.
ISO standards, Your Honor.
It's
I'm a
not
firm believer.
recognized by the Department of Justice and may never be so. Give me that date in a correct format or else.
Based. Your Honor, objection based.
2024.
Okay, Bobby Charles, raise your left hand.
Yes, Your Honor.
Please swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give me is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, and the pains and penalties of me slapping the shit out of you. So help you me.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes.
Beachfront, by the way.
So, 2 questions
Oh,
to check your mental competency.
It's fine. We can
What's
load
the
up
worst thing
from
you ever
where
did in
are.
Bolingbrook?
I'm coming around.
You guys can see me. I'm smiling. I'm having a great
Killed
time.
somebody, I guess.
What?
Statute of limitations up on that, Your Honor.
Okay. Finally, when's the last time you shit yourself?
6 months ago.
Jesus Christ, Charles, you're a grown man. Okay, I think he's mentally competent. I'm not sure about anything else, but I'm willing to give him that one.
I just said, Your Honor, thank you.
This man over quickly, physically, he hit the deck, and I just want to
Yeah, we'll do that.
Feel amazing, Doctor.
No, doctor, I'm only an EMS.
I feel amazing, EMS.
Where's our bag of trash?
You guys in an active? If you're referring to the traffic about the moonshine, no, we were all good. We're wrapping up. Okay.
Hello, sir.
From 6 is 90
Oh, hey,
Alpha
what's
on
this trash
Clinton.
doing here? Is this evidence?
Yeah, sure, it's evidence if you steal it. It's a bad thing. No, don't do it. No, stop.
Bad if I took it, right?
It would be really bad if you took it. No, stop, please.
323, no vehicle.
Please don't.
EMS,
No.
how's he looking? Is he looking okay?
It's a
Sir,
little rough
stop.
around the ages, but I
Sir.
think that's just Bobby.
Can we assess whether or not he shit himself?
There's not a foul smell coming from Bobby
Sir,
that's out of the
stop.
ordinary.
I'm having
Okay,
incredible
thank
rage.
you.
No problem.
Your Honor, the defense is ready to
Actually give an opening statement? Okay, go
Yes.
on, Bobby. I'm listening.
on the 2024th, or hold up, on 2024
You get there, buddy.
in the month of October, on the
Charles,
15th day.
I'm going to be real nice to you. I'm going to be real nice to you, right? When you try to be ISO compliant, you sound stupid.
October 15th, 2024. Actually, I think that it was, yeah, okay, never mind. It was on the 5th.
I'm Ace having breaks, guys.
Your Honor, on that fateful day,
It's okay,
to the
Trick. We're
people of this
coping together.
courtroom,
We'll get through
there was a
this.
grave injustice that occurred. Incompetence, recklessness,
I'm planning on
and just a
maybe
blatant
getting a
disregard and
roof in
understanding
the floor
of
my
the penal
car and use
code
my
set
feet
forth.
as brakes.
This is not a matter based
Yeah,
on
break real quick. Make it the 77s up on Clinton. We're gonna have a
interpretation.
hostage inside 2 times
This is a
hostage
matter
taker. There's gonna be a
based
black
on
and
how
white
fucking
gauntlet.
stupid the prosecution is and how fucking incompetent and dumb you have to be to
Mr.
not even
Charles,
fucking
if I have to
understand a charge.
censor your language, we will have an issue. If
How-
you wish to use foul and provocative language in my
Please,
courthouse,
please murder him
please
with
ask
words.
me first.
Chat, if there's anything I'm good at, it's murdering with words.
Your Honor, how the prosecution is very ignorant. Yeah, that's a smart way of saying stupid. Stupid as shit. Yeah. Your Honor, this is not based on any sort of. This entire case is based on semantics, Your Honor. It's not based on interpretation. It's based on just how
Semantics are
incompetent
interpretation,
the
dog.
prosecution is, and how they think in good faith they could press a charge like this on a peace officer such as myself. And you know what? I'm more fucking familiar with the law. I'm more familiar with the law than this Marshal right here, Your Honor. This is a blatant form of incompetence, a blatant form of negligence, and just a complete misunderstanding of how the penal code that they enforce, the marshals as a whole, some might say lack of training, some might say just lack of any sort of comprehension.
He really
skills,
has
Your
no idea
Honor,
who I am.
And we will be able to showcase that in this courtroom.
Okay,
rubbernecking.
you don't want to put forward any defense you think you can, and that's fine, Charles. Okay, I appreciate your arguments. Is that all?
Your Honor, I will be testifying on my own behalf.
Okay, well, we're not at that point yet, so
Yeah, Your Honor, I'm gonna go back to my corner.
Your Honor, the people would like to motion to amend opening statement. I just have one sentence, Your Honor.
Your Honor, the
Any
defense would
rebuttal?
like to rebuttal because no, you had your opening statement. No point for this, Your Honor. This clearly is just another form of semantics on how the marshal and the prosecution just wants the last word. Just wants the last word to fuel her evil plot. Listen, I don't know. Your Honor, I rebuttal. That is my
I'm
rebuttal.
going to accept Mr. Charles' rebuttal, and I'm going to ask you to save it for closing at this point. We're
Okay.
going to proceed with the prosecution. State, you're up.
Perfect. As I'm the only member, Your Honor, I'll be offering my narrative testimony.
I am absolutely willing to accept narrative testimony. Okay, Marshal Sparks, can you raise your left hand for me? Do you swear and affirm that the testimony you're about to give this court is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, under the pains and penalties of perjury? So help you a lonely hawk.
Absolutely, I do, Your Honor. I swear and affirm.
Thank you. Then tell me what occurred yesterday. Or this morning.
Yeah, so it was, well, first off, West Coast, Best Coast. So it was around 10:40 PST. Around, it was like 10:20 actually PST. It was late in the evening. And Marshal and Lockhart and I were simply traveling from one destination to another. When we were stopped at the intersection, it was San Andreas. I forget the exact name of the road. I'm sorry. I've only lived here a couple of days. Las Lagunas. So it was Las Lagunas and San Andreas. We were traveling westbound. So we were in that specific lane. The light on our end turned green, and as we were about to go, we saw an LSPD patrol car zoom through the intersection with the lights that were red. Yeah, I know, right? It was red, like bright red, like bright ass red. I was very upset. I told Marshal Lockhart, hey, they just ran through a red light. And so she performed a UE, pretty cool UE, by the way, like 6 out of 10. And so we tried to pull the patrol car over numerous times. They kept going. They took a right on Power, then took a right on Vespucci, and stopped kind of right at that intersection. And we heard, are they trying to pull us over? And so we eventually stopped them. We saw whoever the driver was at the specific time crawl over. Then was very quickly identified as Bobby Charles in the passenger seat. Mind you, this is a patrol car, so that there's a huge, I mean, you've seen them, right? Where there's that big old like metal grate in the front where people can't really go through and crawl. So there was only one person in the front portion of the cab, which was later identified as Officer Bobby Charles. And he kept switching between the passenger seat and the driver's seat from both me and Marshal Lockhart. So we performed a standard traffic stop. We walked up and Marshal Lockhart asked him, what is he doing? What, are you aware of why we pulled him over? And there was a little bit of banter back and forth. Originally, we were only going to cite him for the failure to stop because he just blew through that red light with 0 lights, 0 sirens, just kind of drove through it like he was a 16-year-old trying to get his driver's license. Well, Lockhart gave me primary for the scene since I had observed the exact same stuff that she had. So I requested identification I requested specifically the driver's license from Officer Charles. And Officer Charles presented me with his badge. The badge is pictured in evidence. If you want to put it on the board, Your Honor, that's up to you. So I said, that's not your driver's license. I'm asking for your driver's license. Someone I cannot identify slammed a driver's license of Larry Knox, which I did fail to picture, but I can very clearly remember the name Larry Knox on the driver's license, on the window. And someone in the back seat, which I think they were trying to mess with Charles, stated, "Oh no, yep, that's..."
Is this the identification?
That is the badge that was presented to me when I asked for his driver's license. Yes, Your Honor. And so they kept going back and forth about who the 2 people in the backseat.
Charles, what are you doing?
Get back here.
Oh, I got bad retinas, Your Honor. I gotta just reading the badge, Your Honor.
Bobby, get
Okay,
back
then
here.
you ask for permission to enter the well.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Charge towards me.
Do you want me to shoot him, Your Honor? I can do that.
No.
Your Honor, permission to treat this witness as hostile.
She's still giving narrative testimony. God damn it, Charles.
Rebuttal. I'm opposing witness. I'm always hostile. Anyway.
Okay.
Continue. I stated that I need to see his driver's license, and he said that he didn't. He kind of went back and forth and was kind of going and I said, okay, step out of the car. And then Marshal, our car, also agreed for him to step out of the car. And so at that point, I informed him that we were citing him for the 2 citations that we were setting up today, and Bobby Charles insisted throughout the entire section that this was a proper form of identification based on the charge. And while it does have his state ID, his picture, and his name, it is not a citizen ID, nor is it a driver's license based on the basically the spirit of the specific charge. So that's why we're here today. So I cited him for both those things, fined him, and then he got hit with a rock and cried like a little baby. I didn't throw the rock; it was a clown.
Okay. I have no direct questions for you. I'm going to ask the defense if they have any questions for this witness.
Yeah, just do, Your Honor.
Okay. The floor is yours, Marshal Barrett.
Oh, yeah. Marshal Sparks, how did you identify the LSPD cruiser?
It had very clear livery. It had, while the lights weren't on, there were lights there were lights on the top that weren't on. The vehicle is exceptionally unique when it comes to law enforcement. Also, I checked blips and there were a bunch of cops inside the cruiser.
Devore, what was the driver, or what was Bobby Charles wearing at the point of contact? Describe his clothing for.
He was in fact fully uniformed, identified as a law enforcement officer for the LSPD.
All right. Did the driver, or did Bobby Charles present to you any form of government-issued picture identification with personally identifying information displayed on it?
Technically, yes.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Bobby, anything from you?
Your Honor, can we enter this Marshal as an expert witness, Your Honor?
An expert as to what?
Ooh, voir dire me, bitch.
To
Sorry, Your
the
Honor.
penal code, Your Honor.
We're gonna get to that, Bobby.
Okay, I'll wait. Okay, hold off. Hold off on that.
Yes. I need a moment, Your Honor, to consult with my client.
Okay.
I cursed in your courtroom, Your Honor. I'm sorry. Got caught up. Please don't snitch.
The government work, it's all we're allowed to do.
And smoke, but I don't want to smoke.
Don't drink.
Drinking I will do. Very upset I can't meet my dispatch.
All right, Honor, I'd like to continue further questioning with this particular witness.
Okay,
If you're okay with that.
you can have some more questions, sure.
All right. Marshal Sparks, if you could please, can you go ahead and open up your MDT and read the charge of operating a motor vehicle without a proper identification? The charge that was issued to
The
Bobby
people are going to
Charles
object to
that day?
calls for legal conclusion at this point. This line, this
It's-
question in line of can I finish my objection, Your Honor?
Sure.
The people assert that while this question itself is innocuous, the line of questioning that is implied through the statements at this point is not for a witness, despite her specific expertise, to interpret. It is up to the judiciary and Department of Justice as a whole to interpret the laws as given, and thus calls for a legal conclusion for the witness.
Bobby.
I have a rebuttal, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor, the marshal is the prosecution, Your Honor, and got up on the stand willingly. And as the prosecution, she should be familiar with every single charge that she is pushing.
You're not asking, you're not testing her familiarity. You're asking her to read something verbatim.
Yes, Your Honor, as it is a public charge. This is public knowledge, Your Honor,
Okay,
and she's the prosecution.
I'm gonna override this objection as a whole. I'm just gonna read it myself. The person operates a motor vehicle on a. No, that's suspended. Where's the proper identification with us?
Yeah, one's a felony, one's a misdemeanor. I really wanted to get him for the felony.
You did?
No. No. I'm not about ruining lives, Your Honor. Not
Did you heard, Your Honor, a clear bias, Your Honor, a clear, some might say conflict of interest, Your Honor.
It's not how a conflict
That sounds
works.
like something you should take up with the marshals.
Oh my God.
The person has a valid driver's license, but is unable to provide a valid citizen's identification to law enforcement upon request. The person must present their physical identification to law enforcement. Vehicle is to be impounded by law enforcement. This law is to ensure that citizens provide proper identification to law enforcement while operating a motor vehicle. Edifying enough for everybody. We've read it out loud to the court for the official record.
Yes, Your Honor.
Fantastic.
All right. Am I allowed to ask her questions about that, or do I need to leave it at that?
Sure. No, if you want to ask a specific question, you can ask them.
Well, she made an objection about.
If
that
it calls
line
for
of
legal
questioning, so-
conclusion, then I will, deal with those individual questions. But merely asking the legislation to be read out loud, I can do that as a point of notice.
All right. Marshal Sparks, does the penal code charge for operating a motor vehicle without proper identification define that the identification must be in the form of a card or any specific form, physical form, just anything beyond just the physical form, but does it need to be in any specific physical form?
Objection compound.
Sorry, I'll rephrase, Your Honor. Does the charge state that the identification needs to be in any specific physical form?
The penal code does not state that specifically, no.
And what is the type of identification, according to this legislation, required for presentation?
Lowercase c, citizen, lowercase I identification.
Does that interpretation direct you to any specific type of identification?
Specifically with the name of the charge, including the language of the charge, yes. It heavily implies and states via the assumption of legislation and the penal code that it is required to have a physical, either like a license or a citizen ID, not any other identification papers.
There, given the identification you were presented with, were you able to positively identify Mr. Bobby Charles?
Yes, I was.
And did Mr. Bobby Charles have a valid driver's license according to his government profile at the time of the stop?
According to his government profile, yes, I did notice that he did have a valid driver's license. He just did not present a physical one to me.
Perfect. I think I have no further questions.
Yeah, but it also says citizen identification.
Okay, anything else?
It says both.
No, Your Honor, no further questions.
Okay, Marshal Spock, you may step down. Thank you for your testimony.
Thank you. We only have evidence highlight, and then the state will rest.
Okay, absolutely. Unless you want to wrap that up in a closing argument, up to you.
No, I need to throw as many bones to the defense as possible. There's an image in evidence entitled Sparks' driver's license highlighted. I really want the judiciary to look at the specifics of the license. Notice that the very top of the citizen ID states San Andreas driver's license, and that it highlights the class of vehicle allowed by Miss Sparks to drive. Other than that, the people will rest at this time.
Ooh, look, it does. I see that.
I have a motion to add evidence.
Your Honor, the state will immediately rebut.
Please, Bobby, we
Your Honor, it's actually specifically to elaborate on this here photo, as I think this here photo doesn't
Bobby,
show...
you can talk about the evidence that's been entered when you finish up your defense.
You don't need to enter evidence that's already entered, Bobby.
I'm not going to deny you your option to offer a defense.
He's talking
in
about
this
when you
case,
highlight
Mr.
over it
Shaw.
says citizen card.
I am not Serenade.
the hover over. Yeah, it says citizen. It says citizen.
He literally said hover.
It legit says citizen.
Anything else? Marshal Sparks.
No, Your Honor, the state will rest at this time.
Okay, the state is rested. We're going to move over to the defense. Marshal
Yes,
Morris,
Your
who are
Honor.
you calling?
We are not going to call Bobby Charles to the stand. We are closing, Your Honor.
Bobby Charles, I'm going to ask you this directly. Are you invoking your Fifth Amendment right against the
Your Honor, I
the
would like
possibility
to
of incriminating
invoke...
yourself?
I would like to invoke my Fifth Amendment right as to not self-incriminate myself, Your Honor.
That's what that means.
Yeah.
I will infer nothing from that decision, Mr. Charles.
What does that mean?
Okay, how are you going to offer your defense then, Marshal Barrett? What are we doing?
Ready for closing? A closing statement,
Oh,
Your Honor.
you don't want to do evidence first and then closings? You just want to do them
Oh,
both at the same time?
Well, I mean,
That's
we,
what
yeah, I
the
mean, we can do
state
them
just
if we do
did.
them all compounded at the same, yeah.
You're happy to do them compounded? Okay. Then
Yeah,
we
maybe
will
do
move
compounded.
towards closing statements. Marshal Sparks, when you're ready, the floor is yours for closing statements.
Perfect. Thank you. Your Honor, it's unfortunately not that simple of a case. While the state is easy to concede that Bobby Charles was identified in his cruiser, in his uniform that was exceptionally similar to the one that was presented in his badge ID. Unfortunately, we don't have Bobby Charles on the stand to state this, but it would be a statement of self-interest. But according to both Marshal Sparks and Marshal Lockhart's statement, Bobby Charles's hubris was essentially through the roof. He continued to insist that that was his ID. Bobby Charles is a peace officer. He's very well aware of how certain portions of the law would go and how they should be determined and distributed and executed based on his position and sworn oath. And in this time, in this specific argument, we believe the state believes that Officer Charles was purposely trying to obfuscate the marshals in this circumstance to benefit his own gain. While the state does concede, once again, that the charge just states has a valid driver's license but does not present a physical one, this is a very niche specific circumstance. The state prays to the court that they look at this and how a ruling such as this could affect further discussions. We can what if all day. Someone can write their name and paste a picture on a little note card and place it and say, this is my identification. They can sit there and make a cute little resume and say, oh, look, here's that. They can present a birth certificate. But the fact of the matter is, Your Honor, this is a driving charge. This is a driving certificate, and the state asserts that a driver's license, a physical driver's license, must be presented when requested by law enforcement in a traffic stop. And because of this, because of the obfuscation that Officer Charles has pressed against other law enforcement officers, we believe that he should be held to a high standard when presenting that specific circumstance. Officer Charles should be aware that he should have his driver's license on him and present it should there be a stop that happened. But instead, Your Honor, he tried to be a goofball. And so we ask and pray for the court to consider all of these factors in and of itself, the defendant in and of itself, in and of themselves, and find this man guilty of both these charges. Also, they didn't contest the running the red light. That was also really important. So, all right, the state will rest at this time. Thank you.
Okay, and we'll move back over to the defense. Is your legal aid, mayoral candidate Kyle Pred, gonna be giving your closing, or Marshal Barrett, Charles?
Got it, please, Bobby.
Can we do both? Can they like tag team it?
He knows more than me. I ain't been here.
Ooh, Your Honor, the state moves for them to say one word at a time to do a closing.
No, please.
No.
I don't know.
Oh, come on. All right, fine.
Barrett, the floor is
It's your
yours.
thing, man. You got to stand on your own
Thank
2
you, Your
feet. I
Honor.
got faith in you.
Unless Charles is gonna do this. Who's giving you a closing, Charles?
Me and Barrett will tag team it, Your Honor.
Okay.
Do you mind if I start, Bobby? I was hoping you can fill in if you feel like I'm missing something, I guess.
It'd be so
All right. Your Honor, the state here does have something to go with on as far as their own testimony on what happened with the stop. They can take the onus to prove that themselves. However, when it comes to presenting a lawful identification at the proper identification at a traffic stop, I believe there's some concerns here. The prosecutor here has identified that they observed the individual was operating an LSPD cruiser well marked. The prosecutor here stated that Bobby Charles here was wearing a full LSPD uniform in plain view, and that the prosecutor had identified that the police officer was on duty and was able to see their live location on their MDT map. If we look at the charge itself and break it down into little bitty parts, it does say a person has a valid driver's license, but the specific part of it says that does not get to the point of the physical ID, but it is just identifying that a operator has a valid driver's license. A valid driver's license in our state is not specifically just a physical identification card. It is not physical. It is an addendum on their MDT profile, on their government profile. We move further into it. Is unable to provide a valid citizen identification. The wording of this and such is just a valid identification of a person, something that would contain personally identifiable information. If this verbiage was capitalized for citizen identification, then we would all pretty much assume that they were talking about the issued citizen identification card as a proper noun. However, it is lowercase, so we are going to presume that it just is requesting some form of identification that can be validated to law enforcement. Bobby Charles presented a badge while in LSPD uniform, while operating an LSPD vehicle, while verifiably on duty, presented a government-issued identification, a form of physical identification in the form of his badge, which contains personally identifiable information, his first name, his last name, his citizen ID card, and even further than most other citizen cards, has a picture of him on his badge itself to provide further identification.
For the record, I'm going to say that's a picture of him.
Well,
Fair.
Your Honor, if we can elaborate, that is actually my plaque, as I am the employee of the month of September, a plaque given to me by the chief of police.
Your Honor, objection,
Golden
cringe.
How many arrests you get in the month of September?
Can I have a ruling on my objection?
I mean,
he was hired yesterday.
I'm going to overrule the objection because he's inherently cringe and always has been.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, the final part of that charge is the person must present their physical identification to law enforcement. As the prosecution testified, a physical form of identification was presented to law enforcement. I believe that Bobby Charles has met all the conditions required of a traffic stop by presenting a form of physical identification issued by the government, which has personally identifiable information and was readily identifiable. As she stated herself, she was able to identify Bobby Charles based on the information provided on this form of identification on this badge. Therefore, I I want to present to the court that a form of I want to present to the court that the badge should be verified as a valid form of identification for the way the charge is written at this time. If I may, I would like to let my co-counsel, legal aid, Kyle Pred, finish out this one.
First off, I would like to say what a pleasure it is to see you in that seat, Grayson. You are truly one of the greatest judges, and
Okay, so you're gonna give me
honestly,
the case list?
I'm happy.
I have
for
the
you.
freedom to do
you
that
deserve
here.
it. You are good at your job. Oh, was that?
Continue.
First off, I would like to point out that on the Los Santos Department badge is actually all information that can pretty much be found on the ID that's necessary for identifying the individual.
Correct.
All right?
Yep.
It has the name, first and last. It has his state ID. This is all the information that really needs to identify the man
I'm not
when
disagreeing.
it comes to finding out if he has a driver's license or finding out if it is that person who claims to have that driver's license. I think that one of the key facts that needs to be outlined here is he was on duty. While on duty, is he a civilian?
Well,
no, he is not. So
no,
this
okay.
ID,
I was like,
which
what?
we're going to say is the badge, should be sufficient in the
Yeah,
identification
that's the one thing that
purposes
Sparks is worried about
of
is using digital
Bobby
ID.
Charles to be ID'd for his driver's license. I think that
I agree.
the marshal
I think a cop
over
should
there,
be
hi, nice to see
identifiable
you.
while
Hi,
on
hope
duty
you're having
by
a good
using
one.
their badge. They don't necessarily need their license.
is acting far too hastily. I would say that if Bobby was
But it's
off
not
duty,
necessarily
operating a
hard-coded
normal
that way.
vehicle, a civilian vehicle, in a civilian fashion,
driving.
that the civilian ID would be required and the badge wouldn't be sufficient. But I think that him being in a police cruiser, operating in his job,
I've been
that
on
in this
NoPixel for a long
particular
time.
circumstance and instance, that the badge suffices for identifying him.
NoPixel.
And
NoPixel was
I
my
will
first
end on
server.
that.
Thank you for that. Charles, anything? Last
Yes.
words
Oh,
before
that's
we
actually
go?
a good point. That's actually a good point. It does have an expiration
Honor,
date.
the prosecution said a lot in her terrible, very shitty statement closing,
Charles,
claiming that
Yeah, she
I was
permanent.
very hubris during this traffic stop. And, Your Honor, it's not prideful if I'm enacting my rights, Your Honor. This prosecutor here, I think that she just hates the Constitution, Your Honor. I think she just hates the Constitution and hates when civilians enact their rights.
This is the exact opposite. I just swore my oath yesterday.
And fuck the marshals, and I'm not guilty.
Hey.
Well,
I'm a
I
martial
guess that's
asshole.
all on record. Okay, I'm going to deliberate. Give me a little bit of time. I'm going to confer with the other judges present.
Thank you, Your Honors. I completely forgot about the expiration date.
Hello, how can I help you?
Hi, Normie. This is Marshal Skyler Sparks. How are you?
Just getting my sweater. Just doing
Nice.
some cardio. How about
Nice.
you, Marshmallow?
Yeah, yeah, I'm doing okay. I was wondering if you're able to deliver like a couple meals to City Hall, third floor courthouse. Are you busy?
City, how many meals do you need?
Just say 3.
3 meals.
Yeah.
Okay. Would it be okay to
can
ask
say
for
no.
1,000 on top of the like 1,000 delivery fee? Is that okay?
I don't have that kind of money. That's okay. No worries. I
Oh.
appreciate that, Normie.
No, I
Thank
can
you
just
so
do
much.
it for you.
No, I don't mind
No, no.
tipping. I just don't. I got like 10 grand in my name, dog. So
No, that's okay. Just pay me whatever you want. I didn't know it was that bad.
everyone assumes I have tons of money. I've only lived here for a couple
No,
of days.
it's not you. I just assume everybody does until proven otherwise.
Nah, I don't got that much money. So
Okay, I mean, you don't mind me going straight, right? Because I'm in my workout outfit.
That's
I'm
fine.
sweaty. I'm
Yeah,
showered.
whatever
It's
you
okay?
can. Yeah, of course, no problem.
Okay, I'll do it. All right. Take care.
Perfect. Thank you, Normie. Have a great one. See you soon. One thing I completely forgot, Barrett. One thing I completely forgot. Licenses have expiration dates. Badges don't.
Yeah.
I forgot to
Yeah,
highlight
but
on my thing.
it's well, that's the thing is licenses don't have an expiration date. Your identification card does.
I'm almost 6'5".
Okay, 511 is not fucking
There's a
short,
separation
Brad.
between driver's license and identification card. and
Correct, but it's a driving citation, so there needs to be like clarification concerning that matter.
511 is basically 6
Yeah, that's basically the argument I'm making,
Because-
is that the badge is just as good of a physical identification as
That's my thought.
the citizen ID card.
I have it in there. I legit have. I list myself as 6 foot.
The citizen ID card does expire, but there basically is no other form of physical identification out there right now besides a badge and
Correct.
the citizen ID card.
Or the digital, like a digital license that shows up on your phone. But anyone can make a uncopy that. That's the problem. Is anyone can just do that. So
Yeah, that's the problem too. Is a digital ID is not a physical form of identification,
correct.
and so a digital ID wouldn't work.
No, people are going to be like, "Oh my god, it's on my phone. My phone's physical." Well, the identification in and of itself is not physical. The phone is physical, but the identification is digital, and everyone knows that you can fabricate that pretty easy.
Yeah, and you go, sure, let me hold your phone. And see how many of them go, well, wait. Yeah, just leave your phone unlocked for me.
Yep. I just need to look through your phone to confirm, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
It's like the fucking average height in America.
I can look through your phone unwantedly, right? Yeah, no. I'm starving.
I feel like you might as well just say you're
Uh-oh.
at that point.
I don't have any food.
I don't even
They
know
just
why.
delivered food to the marshal's office.
Are you
You might as well just say you're 5'5".
are you able to run down and grab it? I mean, it's not that far away. I guess I could run and grab it.
I like when men, like, you know,
Do we have
swing
anyone
on
we
me,
can
like
call?
they're climbing
Is
like
there
a
anyone in there?
goddamn, you know, like
I'm gonna have to
you know what I
knock on the judge's thing. No, I don't think so.
Like stripper poles, right?
How bad are you?
Really,
How
I'm
bad
pretty.
off?
I'm really hungry. My stomach's growling. So
Oh God.
yeah, I'll be fine. I can run down. I'm just gonna let them know.
Little tiny man, little 5'11" man. Oh,
Yeah, I still got room to grow.
I remember being 5'11". How?
Your Honor, Sparks wants to go get food.
Yeah,
real
can I go
quick.
get food real quick? Like 2 minutes. I just gotta run down to the office.
Can you get me some?
Yeah, I got you. Okay, bye. I don't like that the shoes have no click clacky. I like the click clacky. It makes me happy.
On what? A checkbox?
Yes, you know, I'm trying to be.
To be fair, that font is pretty difficult to read, so I don't blame you.
Bell's waiting for toe. I'm okay waiting for toe. Oh.
Yeah, it is a bit fucked up.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
It's quite all right.
Damn, the waist, the hips.
See how ability.
Ha! Oh, I bet they put it like right here.
Hello, how can I help you?
Hi, Normie. I got it solved. Unless you already bought the food.
Oh,
then
are you
we're good.
kidding me? I just bought your combo.
Oh, okay. You can come then. That's what I just said. Unless you
Oh.
already bought it, then
Yeah,
yeah, you're good.
No, I did. I really bought it. I'm on the way.
Yeah,
You
no
called.
worries. Sounds great. I'll see you then. How much is it?
Okay. But it was $9.90.
$9.90. Okay, got it. Perfect. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's just 3 mains, 3 drinks, so it was cheap.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much.
Okay, I'll see you there.
Mm,
Bye.
bye. There's still food over here. I'm just gonna take these. Locked? Huh. He said 900, so we'll give him 1500. Hello.
Oh, hey there. Delivery.
Oh, hey, it's me. Hi, it's me. Hi.
Yeah, it's a big place. Let me give you food.
Yeah, no worries.
We swear I just came from a workout. Thank you
Yeah,
so
you're
much.
fine. No worries.
There you go. There's your 3
Thank you.
eat. Here we have 3 main dynasties.
Thank you.
And they gave me this. I didn't ask for it, but I guess it's a special promo. There you go.
Okay.
Have a wonderful evening.
You too.
I gotta go back to working out.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Bye, Normie.
Thank you.
I was like, oh, my office phone is ringing, and then it just said scam likely. All right, we're just gonna give the marshals the not marshals. We're gonna give the judges the good food, and then we have the old food in our inventory. So.
Alcohol? You ever had that? That right there is bonding.
Nah, I've never had any of my.
Did we have
I've never had any of my friends go near my asshole. No.
You ever had it?
Looks like Sparks is back, by the way. Agni, she's
Flash went away.
Oh, I was just putting. Just putting it. You want me? All right, I got food for everybody. So.
Oh.
that was kind. Which way do you think you're gonna?
You go.
Thank you.
Just.
Thank you. What is this?
It's food for all the judges.
Oh, a lo mein.
Yeah, I ordered food for me, and then we had food down the marshal's office, so now I just have extra food. So it's not. This wasn't by design.
You guys get food? Who paid?
We don't get food. I bought food, but I didn't know it was gonna be delivered just yet.
Oh,
so
okay.
then you have the food right
The
here.
marshals do get food, Sparks.
I know I was lying. I'm a peace officer. I can do that.
Okay.
In a court of law. When you mean
I'm not under oath. Court's in recess. Also, he didn't bring you your extra food. Grace and I have food for you.
Okay, if we're going to get pedantic, Sparks, I didn't give you permission to leave the courthouse.
That's contempt.
Okay, I understand, and I will take the contempt
Well,
charge.
I
I
thought-
understand, sir.
I left it there. I thought Grayson was going to grab it.
Thank you.
Just let me know how many months I'm sending myself up for. Thank you.
Yeah, of course, gotcha.
No, you're a real one for that.
Yeah, I'd book her the laser.
You're absolutely a fucking real one for that.
Probably going to jail.
Yeah.
Oh, you just got money like that, guy.
I'm probably going to jail.
I will when I'm mayor.
Why?
Because he said I didn't. I'm getting contempt because I didn't get permission to leave the courthouse.
Oops.
All right.
Well, you join the. You'll just basically get a promotion after that.
I guess.
Honestly, Bobby did way better than anyone thought he did. Would do. I mean,
216 votes.
That's actually not bad, Bobby. That's actually really good.
How did I lose? Because everybody just wanted to fucking vote for Andy Jones because she was fucking mayor like 6 times and she didn't fucking do anything anytime that she was fucking mayor. She just fucking sat there.
Okay, how is everybody? Everybody here?
Bobby, back to the table. Bobby, table.
He should be found
Your
not
Honor,
guilty.
Your
Or
Honor,
he'll be
Your
found
Honor,
guilty
Your
because
Honor.
he's Bobby.
Keep shouting. I'm a Charles at Lendwealthy. Okay. Everybody here and present and ready for the verdict?
The state's ready to proceed, Your Honor.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to start simply. Due to the convincing testimony of Marshal Sparks, the written report from Marshal Lockhart, and the absolute failure of the defense to mention it at all, I am finding Bobby Charles. And let me be clear, I am not requesting that you make any form of affirmative defense, but the only testimony I have, and the only argumentation I had, finds that beyond a reasonable doubt, Mr. Charles, you did fail to stop, and you will be found guilty of that infraction. Do you understand me?
Yes, Your Honor, the justice system wheels have turned.
They have.
Not like my wheels when I was in my car and I didn't turn and I kept on going.
God damn, Skyler, losing to Bobby Charles, that's a new fucking low for you.
So, guilty on
I've
the
never
charge.
met you.
He's guilty.
Bullshit.
I am now moving
guilty
on
of that
to
first
the
one.
second charge, the one that 99% of this court case was about. Operating a motor vehicle without proper identification. After discussion with my fellow judges, and listening to all the testimony and assessing the evidence put forth, and then overseeing and taking a look at the legislation, the way it's written, the specific charge of operating a motor vehicle without proper identification. What I want to say is, maybe by the wording of the law, I can fully comprehend and understand why the marshal would push this charge. I'm going to find Mr. Charles not guilty.
Yes, that's
and
how
this
it
is
should
the
be done.
reasoning why. I feel like the government issued identification that Mr. Charles had on him present, provided all of the relevant information required to identify Mr. Charles and allow the officers in question, the marshals, to assess whether or not he had a driving license. The driving license, you know, if he did or did not have a driving license, would then have maybe escalated this to operating a motor vehicle and suspended or revoked license, which would be a felony, and that would require more evidence, right? But here, at this level, the ruling of this court today is that his government-issued ID was sufficient in that moment to allow him to be operating a motor vehicle because his ownership of an identification is apparent once you do any more investigation beyond that moment. I think it would be excessive at this point to demand all government officials with government-issued identification to also carry their personal citizen identification with them while on duty. So that's the verdict of this court. Thank you for your presence. Mr. Charles, stay and get fined and get the points added to your driving license for running that stop sign at red light.
Your Honor, he has already been fined for the original amount because they were both citations. So that goes down from 176 to 188. I don't know how to refund him the like 100 and something.
Yeah, I accept direct deposit, Your Honor. I could do physical check
You're
or I could
flipping off
do
the
cash.
judge. You're flipping off the judge.
That is contempt of court, Mr. Charles. One charge.
Give him
Okay,
$160 worth of contempt. Make it even.
100.
Yes, we will
that's
make
fine.
we will make that physically the same, and I am charging you to 1 month inside Bolingbroke State Penitentiary.
No.
I'll get him processed, Your Honor.
I demand a transport. I demand a DOC transport.
Well, if Barrett wishes to sort that out for you, he can. That is the verdict of this court.
Thank you, Your Honor.
God.
But hey, you set precedent pretty much. Not really precedent, but we set a standard.
Oh, God.
All right, Mr. Charles, face away from me, please.
Charles, I apologize. I forgot to mention the last part of my verdict.
Uh-oh.
I have an order of specific performance. While you're in Bolingbroke, I expect you to put on the oranges and tweet out a photograph when you get out. See you later.
Your Honor, part of
Mr.
this,
Charles, you have the right to remain
prison
silent. Anything you
transport.
say can will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, won't be provided to you by the state free of charge. Do you understand your rights?
Yes. Your Honor,
Okay.
you can make
I'm
it
gonna
10
put
months
you
if I get a
in-
prison
I'm gonna remove
transport.
the shackles really quick because you are a peace officer.
If the marshals are available to pick you
DOC, are you all
up, that's
available to
fine.
transport a prisoner from the courthouse?
All right,
to
Mr. Charles, is there anything that's going to
Bolingbroke
pinpoke or
for
prod me
processing?
before I search you?
Can I go ahead and get an orange?
All right, your suspect.
Yeah,
is
we
gonna
can
be
we can
one
do that.
Bobby
Is there
Charles.
anything that's going to pinpoke or prod me before I search you?
No.
Damn, I paid my bills at a good time here. Bobby Charles getting arrested.
Hey, firm. Bobby Charles will be your subject in custody to be transported to Bolingbroke.
Okay, you only have. Bobby, you're on duty. You have PD equipment. You're not on duty. You have PD equipment.
For a
Why?
traffic offense, yes.
Well, I was meant to be on duty, but
you were
it's not
currently
illegal. It's not illegal.
Okay, now I have to hold on.
If you take Palomino
Please
freeway,
don't. Please don't
yes.
walk away. Barrett, may have a problem.
What's wrong?
He has PD equipment. He's not on duty, and he hasn't been on duty this whole time.
I woke up in City Hall. This is my defense. I woke up in City Hall. I woke up in City
Okay,
Hall. This is
but
my defense.
Okay, that's fine, Mr. Charles. You are under oath, or you are under Miranda. Why do you have PD equipment?
Oh no.
I will be speaking to my attorneys.
Perfect.
about
Okay.
this.
At this, I'm gonna let you walk because you are a peace officer, but we are going to the marshal's office. Thank you. Can you cancel that transport?
Fucking god, dude.
It was nice knowing you. Bobby.
He's
It was
probably
nice
gonna need
working
it
with
still.
Marshal Barrett, can you cancel that transport if you don't mind?
Yeah, I mean they're probably gonna still need it eventually.
Yeah.
DOC to from Hot 38. We might need to delay that. Bobby might be getting further charges.
No, I will not.
Boy, Bobby.
All right, Mr. Charles, I'll open the door. I'll keep the door open for you. Okay.
All you had to do was walk through the fucking security barrier.
No, I did walk through this. It just doesn't take the armor. Okay, don't ask me why it doesn't take the armor.
Unfortunately, Officer Charles, it is your duty to ensure that your PD equipment is properly disposed of.
Yeah, I am supposed to be currently acting on duty. FYI, this is not any off-duty stuff. My cruiser's actually outside, so just FYI.
Is your cruiser actually currently outside? You just said you woke up in City Hall. Why is your cruiser outside?
It's in the garage.
Okay.
Well, you set yourself up for that one, Bobby.
I'm sorry, Officer Charles. I'm not trying to be an absolute terror here. I do have to follow the letter of the law, as you would beg me to do, as you have done the last 12 hours.
No, I don't think that this is really letter of the law.
Oh, it very much is.
It very much specifies that you must be an on-duty officer in the charge.
Bobby?
Yeah, sorry,
Robin,
sorry,
I'm
Officer
gonna
Charles.
I'm gonna need your we're gonna need your legal assistance.
All right, she's got you. I'm gonna talk to Robin.
It's okay. We're almost there. You said you wanted an attorney, officer?
I knew you were in here somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I'll look through the lemon list and see if I can get a hold of somebody. Already arresting a government employee? What am I supposed to do? Alright, I'm gonna hold this door open for you. Is there any particular attorney that you're looking for?
Well, no, actually, I still am on duty. Just FYI.
You weren't on duty when I checked.
Oh no, I in preparation for this case, I actually provided some security at City Hall last night up until this moment.
Well, that's unfortunate. So if we were to pull your bank records and job records, it would say that you were clocked in during this whole time.
Yes.
Right. Do I have any mods in the, do I have mods in chat? telling I'm gonna mod you really quick.
Gonna lock this.
Can you ban them, please?
Lock this
Yeah,
one.
yeah, come on in. All right, Mr. Charles. Before you get there, I just need to.
I need to call the captain. Can I call my captain,
Sure.
Eric Trigg?
I am more than
here?
more than happy. I am more than happy to ensure that you have an officer advocate for this. If you don't mind turning around, I just need to confiscate your possessions until it's such time.
Could I not contact him right now?
I can
Eric
contact him.
Trigg. I have his phone. Oh.
Yeah, I can contact him.
Do you have his phone number?
So just to be clear, I am not required to do that. I will happily do that because I believe that is something that I should.
Bobby, your lawyer's here.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna wait here for a second while she finishes the basic processing, and I'll let her know. Hey, his lawyer's out in the hallway whenever you're ready for him.
Yeah, no worries. Just ban them. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
Was that hearing yesterday? Were you there?
Yeah, I wasn't there. You know,
All right. Sorry about that. I'm having just a little bit of issues. Bear with me just a moment, Mr. Charles. Okay.
I've been putting the DOJ through the ringer.
I don't see how to confiscate, so we're just going to. All right, Mr. Charles, go ahead and go through.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
So you're saying the BCSO were on duty?
All right, just step to the bars, please. All right, I'll go get your lawyer right now. And you said you wanted me to call an LSPD person over. I'm happy to do that. That's no problem.
Yeah, Eric Trigg, my captain.
Sure, I'll see if I can get someone over. Okay.
So it's like, well, your problem isn't the legislation then.
All right, sir.
All right.
Did you want me to give you a
We'll talk some more afterwards.
Did you want me to give a rundown before you speak to your client, or do you want to speak to your client first?
I think I got the lowdown from Barrett's. Bobby had police equipment off duty.
Yes, essentially. Yeah, he was given contempt of court for 1 month after flipping off a judge. And so, as is my duty to search everyone, he had a PD vest on him, and he was currently not clocked in. He's not been clocked in for the duration of the court case, which has been like an hour and a half.
So it's the let me just double check. Government issued equipment, or was it the combat equipment?
It was his PD vest.
Yeah, it's the combat purpose equipment. Okay.
Oh yeah, combat purpose equipment. Shit.
I'll be calling.
Where
I'm
is
gonna
that
call.
now?
I'm gonna call an officer advocate down here to have a discussion. So.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
Where is the combat issued government issued dangerous and/or combat equipment?
Should
Okay.
Combat purposed.
He specifically requested a specific officer. I'm gonna go up the chain of command. I'm not gonna go like directly to the highest person. I don't think that's the correct thing to do. Okay, I'm gonna call Maxwell down here. Yeah, you're good.
Damn, sorry, I was looking at the government issued firearm. The government issued firearm charge actually got changed. It looks like it applies for on or off duty, but
Yeah,
the actual combat purpose equipment
If
doesn't.
I'm gonna be completely honest, I'm not trying to be an absolute fucker here. If I were to have him get all of his equipment from security, I'm sure he would have all of his PD equipment. I'm not trying to absolutely destroy his life. I don't think that's fair to him. He is a peace officer. Correct, and I think it would be a really, really, really shitty thing to do. So
yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting because this state employee. Are they state employees? Or are they county employees? Not that it makes a difference here. It's just that it's an interesting thing.
Yeah, they are commissioned by the state. It's technically a state employee. I mean, if you think about it, all police in San Andreas are state police, which is why they have primary and secondary jurisdiction.
Robin!
They still have jurisdiction. It's just secondary
I'll leave the door
jurisdiction.
unlocked.
Yes, Bobby.
Hi, Lieutenant Maxwell. This is Marshal Skyler Sparks. Do you have a second?
No, I don't want Maxwell.
Yeah, what's up?
I want
Hi. Specifically, we have Officer Bobby Charles in custody for having PD equipment completely off duty at the Marshal's office. He's specifically requesting Trig, but I'm going by chain of command. You are technically not. You are technically right under like you're the lowest level command that's currently on duty, right?
No, Sergeant is on duty. I have Shiesty as well.
Okay. Do you have a suggestion on who I should call? I don't have to give him an officer advocate, but I do believe that is warranted in the situation. So.
Okay, was he was just there and okay. But yeah, okay, I'll call you back in a minute. Give me a minute.
Sure.
Bye.
No worries. Bye. Okay, so Sergeant is command. I thought, okay. I need to figure out what ranks are command and what ranks aren't, so.
Sergeant is command.
No worries,
but I think
Davey.
there
Yeah,
is
they
no
are.
Sergeants, right?
Yeah, they are. I should have called a sergeant first. But I don't see
There
a
is no
sergeant.
sergeant.
Yeah, she said that Shiesty was on duty, but they're not registered as sergeant. It's just officer, senior officer, PO, officer, lieutenant, officer, captain, cadet, senior officer.
Yeah, Shiesty's at the top. He's
They're just a
listed as
senior officer.
He might have got promoted, and he just forgot to fucking
Sure,
update his shit,
then
which is why it's
that's-
important.
Yeah,
Which is why I harassed them all the fucking time to update their fucking titles.
Yeah. So what's the is it? It's a misdemeanor or is it a felony?
Yeah, it's a felony.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not trying
It's
to.
a bitch of a felony too.
Yeah, that's the problem. Well, one, he probably shouldn't be clocked in on duty while being a criminal defendant, but I wouldn't have done that. But also, he should not have had his PD. He should have deposited it in his locker beforehand.
Well,
so
and
what
that's the
should I
thing
do
too, right?
here?
So
then?
well, here's my consideration too.
Okay.
Right. He went through the security scanner, and they seized everything else because he's not on duty, because he can't have it all on duty.
Right.
But for some reason, they didn't take his vest, even though he's off duty. And if they would have properly done their job and seized it at that time, then he wouldn't have had it, because he basically fell asleep.
That's kind of my
courthouse
thought. I
after
don't
we
want to
talked.
actually give him the felony. I want a command officer to come down here, and I need to go over it with him, and then he could just serve his time here for the contempt and then go.
Yeah, anything, it's just worst case looking at a DAP or something. But
That's my big thing. Is I if it was a misdemeanor, maybe, because it's a felony. No, I'm not going to charge him with a felony and fuck him over because of a vest.
Yeah.
What I do want is a command officer to be able to warn him to not go off duty with his PD equipment.
Yeah.
You can hear you guys from the lobby. Just a heads up.
Yeah, the window's open in the office. So.
Oh. Okay.
Well.
Yeah, no worries.
We had
I just wanted
cardboard
to come watch
insulation.
him
We
get
just
processed.
put
but-
cardboard.
Oh, no worries. I'm gonna let him serve his time in the cell. I'm not gonna charge him with anything. I'm waiting for a command officer to give a call back. So.
DOC. Well, remember the judge ordered that he spend at least 1 month in Bolingbroke, and he has to switch to oranges and take a picture. So DOC's out here waiting to transport him.
Okay.
Yeah, he did have that. But DOC
Yeah.
might need to take the picture because he's not gonna have a phone, I would assume.
No, I confiscated it.
I'm gonna go talk to DOC and let.
Okay,
keep
I have a
him from
question
sitting
about
idle.
that in a second.
Yeah, you have a quick question about it?
Yeah, is there a way to just shove everything into a bag for confiscation, or do I just take it and give it to him, and when he's processed by DOC, does DOC process it?
Yeah, you would seize it as
Knock, knock.
a. Well, I'm not actually sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think I just hold on to it and then.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I mean, most
what's
of
up?
his shit's with the security.
Is his command here yet?
No, they said they would call me back.
Okay. Now, Bobby
What's up?
makes maybe a fair argument. Technically, he was never off duty because he was on duty and fell asleep in the courtroom last night, and then woke up in the courtroom and went to court.
Yeah, but that's not how that works. One, he's not currently on duty. I was checking through dispatch. He's not currently on duty. He hasn't been on duty. He also fell asleep in court, so that means he definitely should have clocked in back at MRPD before going to court. So with all due respect, I understand the consideration of he should have been on duty. Unfortunately, he wasn't. Skyler Sparks?
I'm on my way with Trig. We'll be there in a minute.
Perfect. No worries.
Thanks.
Yeah, no worries. All right, thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Oh, we have Trig and Maxwell coming in, so we're gonna have that discussion.
Okay, I'll let him know.
All right, thank you.
Can I unlock the door, please?
Oh yeah, no worries. Oh no, 100%. It should have been seized. But the fact of the matter is, I can't ignore the character. I can't ignore that the vest is there. And so we have to go through the role play of like she's very lawful good. We have to be like, because I don't want to fuck the entire character's progress. Like we have chatters jumping over and they have no idea how I roleplay, and they don't know how I'm handling things. I'm trusted out of character to not fuck other characters over. Who was the person in the hat or something?
That's Scotty. Scotty Bard, the warden.
He's what?
He's a warden.
Oh, he's here. Okay.
Scotty.
Just like you are. Yeah, I am a fucker, but I'm not a fucker to the point of destroying someone's entire fucking career.
75%.
We have Trig and Maxwell coming. I mean, at this point, I know I should be releasing him, and I'm gonna give him his stuff back. Well, actually, that's not true because DOC has to take him. So.
Yeah, just you gotta take him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. You're just following procedure.
I mean, that's what I should do.
And it's also Bobby, so.
I'm not trying to do it just because of the person. But
Why does he need a lawyer for this?
because it was originally a felony, and technically he wants a lawyer, so I'm not going to deny
I guess,
him that
but
right.
he's not being. Does he know he's not being charged? Or are you still trying to scare him?
Oh, absolutely! I would never do that. I would never purposefully, unless they're a violent felon and they're purposefully doing things. I just think he made a stupid, dumb fuck mistake, and so I wouldn't step aside. Like obviously, you don't know how I charge and like process things, but I'm not the kind of person to sit there and just scare them. I don't. He's he's kind of a fucker and he's kind of a dick, but like he hasn't done anything to like harm me. He's just been an asshole.
But what did they have on him? Just a vest?
Oh yeah, he had just a vest on, so that's why.
What an idiot.
Okay. I mean, so what should have happened is I agree with Barrett, is that he had all his PD equipment taken when he went through security, because they're like, "Are you on duty?" He's like, "No," blah blah blah, and they should have taken the vest.
Oh, he was wearing the vest?
He was wearing the vest, which he should have taken off.
Oh, okay.
So like, it's
all right. That's an easy mistake. That's okay.
But I mean, it is. But when he went off duty, he should have not carried his stuff off
yes,
duty.
I agree.
He's making the argument that he was on duty the whole time, but the thing is, if I pull his bank records or job records or something, if I subpoena for information, if he was sleeping, I imagine someone like at dispatch or command was like, "Bobby, you're sleeping," would have clocked him off. Yes.
I'm not paying you to sleep.
Correct. And so again, I'm not trying to be. I'm a fucker, McNee, but I'm not a fucker. You know. So. I just needed to inform his command that he's being sent to jail for contempt of court. This is what happened, and I'm just passing the information for them to handle, and that's basically it.
Huh.
Because that felony would fuck him for the rest of his life, I imagine, especially since he's on his 3rd expungement.
Oh my god. So you're just waiting for PD command?
Yeah, I did. There's
right.
no one. So when I looked through dispatch without like revealing too much information, I only saw 2 members of command on duty, which is lieutenant and captain. And when I called the lieutenant, she said there was a sergeant on duty, but I don't see it.
Okay. Viv isn't picking up. Try Captain Tree.
What? Are they in the back?
Yeah, they're right there.
Howdy, Eric. It's Judge McNee. How you doing?
No, where are they?
What?
They said Marshall's
Good.
open.
I remember LSPD command.
They're in the back.
Oh, they're at the back.
Never mind. I think someone's here.
Sorry, we went to the front door.
Is it you?
Come on in, you two. Pleasure to see y'all.
They've been stood outside apparently.
Hello. We're just gonna go in here just
Hello.
to be a little bit more private.
Yeah, they don't have keys to this building.
Where are we? I need
in
a
the
minute
office.
to just collect my.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, Sparks went in here.
Captain!
Bobby, you shut your mouth.
No, Captain.
I've been trying to tell
guys.
them that for like half an hour. It's very.
It's more than the court case has been an hour and a half.
Bobby, I don't know. You need to keep yourself. Just zip it for once in your life, please.
No, Captain, I promise you, I didn't do anything, Captain.
We'll go over here so you
Zip
can't
it,
hear.
I tell you.
Yeah, you're fine.
I need like a minute.
Yeah, do your thing. Yeah, if you need to go
yeah.
like the restroom, you can't use the shower. It's women's only, but you can use the restroom if you'd like.
Oh.
In the lockers.
Yeah,
or...
just take a left right here, and then take an immediate left on the other side. Yeah.
Yep.
So when I was
Hello.
so first off, Marshal Skyler Sparks, absolute pleasure. I looked through and I didn't see any other command members, so I do apologize for not calling a sergeant first. So
no,
my
it's okay.
sincerest
I would
apology.
prefer. Yeah, I think you'd probably rather me than Feisty. He's more, go go go. So.
Oh, I haven't really met. I don't.
He's great,
I've lived
though.
here for like 5 days, so I'm
Mhm.
not. I don't really know
Okay.
anybody.
Yeah. No worries. No worries. I just included Trig just because
I don't care.
can balance each other.
I'm not charging him for the equipment. I'll explain why. He still has to go to jail because the judges are sending him to jail. But
Jesus.
so I'll explain
Bobby.
why. But yeah.
Yeah. We'll wait for a Trig. It's fine. To repeat.
Hello, Your Honor.
Howdy.
Yeah, I forgot.
He's
What was the
sweating a
court
little bit.
case you guys were doing just now? He was in court.
So Marshal Lockhart and I pulled him over for running through a red light with not code 2ing, code 3ing, and not stopping. He almost hit us because we were going through a green. And then I requested his identification, which he didn't present his license. He just presented his badge, and so I wanted the judge to rule on whether a badge while an on-duty officer is sufficient for identification purposes, and we did. So now we can use our badges.
Oh, cool.
We don't have to carry our license
Okay.
on duty. So
I argued
Nice.
I argued in his defense, and we won on that one.
as it
so-
should. I didn't expect to
Nice.
be him found guilty for that. It was very clearly
Yeah.
worded in the penal code, but because it's the driver's license and it's a driving infraction, I think it was very important
Yeah.
for it to be clear. So,
Mhm.
so how's your day?
Oh, it's been good. Bit busy,
It
But it's been
it
good.
seems exceptionally busy. We
It
won't hold you
is,
guys
it
up
really
that long,
is.
unfortunately.
No, it's
so.
okay. Yeah, I mean we've got now
you
that
for
we
all the
have a little
follows,
bit
guys.
more
I
help
appreciate all of you.
happening, so we got stuff under control. I would
Good.
say.
Yeah.
Been good since yesterday?
Since yesterday after court, yeah, there was a compromise with the chief and the sheriff after court.
I love
Oh,
that.
hell yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what's going to happen if the justice changes anything, but either way, the chief and sheriff compromised, and everybody's operating under the same channel and under, the SOPs that are agreed upon that are listed now.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah.
Is that the threat of impeachment, or even at least the word of impeachment worked?
I don't think Moss gives a shit about people
No, but I
threatening to
think
impeach her.
no, but I think maybe the other side might have done.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I think a lot of people made a good point, which I wish more had. I think by the time I wanted to talk, it was kind of like the fire was out, and so
That's fair.
But Alana brought up the point about, we're here for the people, and a lot of people fail to understand that's what we're really here for.
We're almost done,
I
Mr.
don't know.
Charles.
I just feel like it
I
opened
promise we're almost done, Mr.
people's
Charles.
eyes a little bit, with that situation.
Mhm.
Hey, Ventura, can I call you back, or you need something? I'll call you back. Okay, bye. Okay.
All right, so TLDR. Hi, Marshal Skyler Sparks. Absolute pleasure, Captain. So
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. TLDR. Court case happened. He flicked off the judge, and he's going to jail anyway because he has to, because he got contempt. But obviously, when I was processing him to get him sent up with DOC for the transport, he had some PD equipment on him. It's just his vest, and I'll give it over to you guys. I'm not charging him with the felony. He should have been taken when he went through security. But my concern is what I want to pass to you, and I don't think it's report worthy. I just wanted to pass to you guys, is that he's kind of just walking around with tons of PD equipment. I don't know how often this is. I don't know when that is, but he definitely should be putting it in a locker and not having it with him when he's off duty. So
Okay. So just to be clear, it was just a vest.
it was his combat vest, yeah.
Okay.
Security. Security at courthouse took all his other PD equipment when he went through for the court case. So I'm not that kind of person that's going to be like, let's get all your stuff in security. Let's put, get that all documented and things like that, because I think it's just honest mistake. I think he's being stupid. So I think it's really important that you guys know that he's just kind of walking around with PD equipment.
Okay, I appreciate it. We'll handle it internally and make sure that Bobby never forgets to put his freaking equipment in his
I don't want to see him lose his
Mm.
job because he gets super sleepy and tired and falls asleep in like the bushes and then isn't at MRPD to clock in. And in the 10 minutes he's walking to MRPD, he gets
Yeah.
robbed. It's
Yep.
Yeah.
because at the end of the day,
It's scary.
it, yes, it is. So who wants to take his vest? I'm going to give him his phone and tablet back, and then he'll be transported
I can
by
take his
DOC.
stuff.
Okay.
It's a teaching moment.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, honestly, if it was just the vest, I'd be like, dude, let me. You know how many times I've run back to my locker because of the stupid ass vest. But the other stuff, yikes.
That's I don't want people to have like a gun or a taser, and then there's the thing like the Crim Dot Market where you have an entire gang selling PT equipment openly on Twitter. So, all right, cool.
All right. Well, thank you so much, guys. I really
no worries.
appreciate it. I'm sure this was just a mistake on his part.
Correct.
I hope.
Yep.
Yeah.
But hey, on the plus side, we got precedent in a court case.
Yeah. With the showing your badge.
Cool. Is the warden here?
This is
Bobby,
official.
shut
official
your mouth.
certification now.
Captain, please.
God, it's like running
Like
a
having
daycare.
big baby.
It is.
He's a giant old baby. I don't know how this makes sense.
Y'all are free to make him sweat as much as you want. DOC's
Oh.
here. DOC's ready to take
He
him
has to go
to
up
the
for a
bowling,
month
bro.
and take a picture in prison oranges.
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
a judicial order, not mine. So.
Yeah. Are you
he's-
gonna? I feel like you should go. Make him think he's, Unzo.
Losing his job.
Here, I'll give you the rest of his stuff just in
Thank
case.
you.
Yeah, no worries.
Go ham. Teach this motherfricker what's up.
You want me to go do that?
Me? Okay.
You want to do it or
Sure.
me? You want to do it together?
Either or.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Let's tag team this.
Should be. You're going to jail, Bobby.
I'm gonna start. You guys, I just don't think we
Mr.
have to do
Charles?
this. I don't think
I-
we have to do. Okay. I'm gonna shut
No,
up.
he
I'm gonna
needs-
shut up.
Mr. Charles.
Okay. I'm gonna shut up.
I'm specifically using Mr. Charles and not Officer Charles. I need you to understand that, right?
I need
Yeah.
to. I want to speak to my captain alone and my lieutenant alone.
I'll
Well,
grant that if you guys want
we
that.
used to be your captain and lieutenant.
Drake, I promise you, I was in the scopes of my duty inside of court.
Yeah, how did you get there?
I was there last night.
I saw you at the meeting, dumbass.
I was not at the meeting. What is this? I was not at the meeting.
Are you saying you woke up in the courthouse?
That is, in fact, his story.
Are you okay? Well, I mean that's unfortunate, Bobby, but you got it picked up here. But
Captain, Lieutenant Captain.
don't crying for mommy. You're done. I can't believe you expressed interest in being an FTO, and this is how you repay. This is how you show your interest.
Captain, this is not what it looks like. This is just a series of unfortunate events that have led up until this.
Mr. Charles.
Right. That's.
Mr. Charles, would you like to hear your charge for the day?
Yes.
1 times contempt of court, 1 month DSC hears pick you up. We won't be charging you with the felony today. We've just forwarded over for internal review. Stop having your equipment on duty, off duty.
You're fine, Bobby. However, you and I are gonna have a little chat about responsibilities after this. After your served your sentence of 1 month in
I demand a
Bowling Green.
DOC transport.
Yeah, they're here. We
They're
brought the
already
warden for
here.
you, dog.
Is that why we're all out there? There's
All right,
so
come
many.
here. Come here.
How are you gonna demand anything when they're doing you a favor,
Right.
dumbass? They're being extremely lenient. They could technically push charges on you. You understand that, Bobby?
Well, you're not gonna let him, are you, Captain? Lieutenant? You guys aren't gonna let him.
I'm gonna let you walk
know
to
that the
DSC.
marshals oversee everything, right? If they say it's a crime, it's a crime. What can I do?
Yeah, I understand, Captain.
Bobby, I think your plan still works, though.
All right, come on, Mr. Charles. Thank you guys for coming out. I really appreciate you
Thank
guys looking it
you.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries.
Bobby,
You could be
once
a
you're
field
released from
prisoner
jail,
officer.
you're gonna call me.
10-4, could you pick me up and put
Yeah,
some
I've
money
got-
on my commissary?
I've got your phone and your vest that you had off duty.
Yeah, I gave her all your equipment.
Hospital, man. I'm telling you, because if those parasites are like, it's not freaking. I'm
Oh, they have
explaining
the
to
whole
you.
parade.
Oh my goodness, what
We
happened?
currently have Officer Bobby Charles will be remanding him into your custody for at least 1 month. He must take a picture in prison orges and sent over to Judge Nathaniel Grayson. If he does not do that, he gets a significantly higher
Where am I?
stay. So
Oh, don't
you're
worry. We'll
watching
take just
Justice.
mediocre care of him.
perfect. All right, he's remanded in your custody, Warden. Thank you so much.
All right.
Is he in jail? Is he in jail?
Have a good day, Officer Charles.
What's happening?
What happened to
Who is this
Bobby
guy?
Charles?
He's so well dressed.
Don't let him
What happened to him? What did he do?
I can't get
I can't disclose an active investigation.
Oh my, is it active if he's already in jail for it?
Unfortunately,
It's
there
not
may be a chain
concluded.
raid. Yeah.
Chain raid?
Yeah, where something
Yeah.
releases into something else, releases into something else. It's really
That's
complicated.
crazy.
Sorry.
I think
That's so
they
crazy.
need to be let out.
You guys need let out?
DOC's the cars.
Yeah, I got it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
Well, Bobby. Look at you.
Did it not?
Good idea. Okay.
Bobby, the world is a flat,
Yeah, so
small
you can go in
plate,
front of us.
and look at how it just
I'm
comes
gonna-
back.
I
to
can't,
the
it's
same
not. Give me a
spot
second.
that it used to
Back
be.
Big ass truck.
I'm third eye blind.
I got you, Robert.
Hey, can you unlock it? Can you
Oh,
unlock
you got
it?
him?
Can you unlock the gate in front? The gate. My
Oh,
fob's
yeah,
not
is it-
working.
Are you fucked? I gotcha.
That's such a weird way to phrase that, but I understand. Cause like I could use the locks and see everything else though.
Bye.
Yeah, my fob stopped working there for some reason.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
Seriously, I appreciate you guys so much for your patience and handling the situation. So.
Now, of course.
Thank you all.
Thank you all.
Yeah, no worries. Sorry it took a minute to get here. I had to
Nah.
get back and get Trig and then.
I had a
Waited all
95.
that long, to be honest.
Oh, my bad.
No, you're good. I was already finished processing.
Yeah.
Oh, works out. All right.
All right. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks for
Yeah, no
the,
worries.
what do you call it? Professional courtesy? Is that what you call it?
Yeah, it was the intent. Ow. The game crashed. Oh god. That was great. Perfect timing. Usually it's only for properties, not sure about gates. I have no clue. I haven't played NoPixel in months. Professional courtesy 07, I'm out, dog. Oh, I forgot. I was on my Marshal login. Okay, I'll have to go through my Marshal one then. So that's the thing, right? Is like absolutely could have fucked over the character on that, but that ruins the one doesn't like encourage further roleplay. Two was very clearly like like a very big mistake. And so it's just like give them laps and scare them a little bit and you move on because that's more interesting than just like punishing people. Otherwise it's really boring and kind of excessively punitive, to be honest. Also, like understanding the character, so many people forget their vests as well. Yeah, it should be taken when you go through security. But that wasn't like my big thing. Like, he should have put stuff in his locker. At least from Spark's point of view. It's a reminder how many times we forgot to put IFAX away in 3.0. That's the thing. I mean, it's just roleplay in the end, and it's a good stark reminder. Where's Ray? You know what's funny? I have never had toxic chat hoppers before. It is a good argument, but it shouldn't go to court. It should have been handled the way I handled it, which was just advising people. Not really. I want to join you in Marshall shit. So far, the last day or so, it's been really fun. Comes with the job of being. It comes with any position of any sort of in character authority. I had the same shit when I was doing. It's one of the reasons why I stopped streaming Sparks on Onyx. When she was district attorney before she permed, is I would just have shit all the time. All of your streams on NoPixel were fun as fuck. Aw, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm just fucking confused how I have my character approach for giving interest. I'm sure you'll find a way. You're a good role player, Elena. I believe in you. Thank you for modding, by the way. I appreciate you. Hopefully we actually conclude the situation. I have experience. Can't do the sneezing approach anymore. That's Molly's been. That you all exercise the spirit of the law because the guy made a simple mistake could have been result in a felony and losing shot. Yeah. He's always blubbering in a nervous panic. That's true. Where is Barrett? Okay. Are there any other marshals on duty? DOC. Galaga's on duty. That's it. Okay. Go away. Thank you. I mean, there's the tens of thousands of them, so it's always going to come with whatever. Hello. What did they say after I passed out? Something about professional courtesy.
Oh, they were just saying thank you for the professional courtesy. We actually appreciate you bringing us down here because we needed that. We needed to see that in order to make our day better.
Did I do anything wrong there? I mean, like, should I have charged him? I don't think I should have charged him. Like, I felt like I would have been in bad faith.
Yeah, no, I think the decision was great on that one. I think the articulation was good, the decision made was good, and it made all parties happy except for Bobby, and that's the best outcome.
I see. That's the thing is he's an asshole, but I don't want to fuck him over. So
Well, I want to fuck him over. I've been writing a search warrant for that guy's properties, but
is he that? Wait, is it that bad?
Oh, he just keeps registering new guns and evidence loggers. But I also brought up a point yesterday that technically we're all violating the law.
Wait, how?
You and I are both breaking the law right now.
Wait, how?
Because we both are in possession of both a PD Glock and a Marshal revolver.
Okay. What? Oh, because we're not. Oh, because we're not supposed to have the revolver. It's not listed, or because we only have one weapon at a time.
Yeah, because you're gonna have one weapon at a time. According to legislation, there's no exclusion for.
Oh, I hate the argument so much. Where is it written down? Because that's how we get 35,000 legislations.
Yeah, no, it's because it's actually written down in the charges about being an on or off duty officer. Then that is articulatively to say whenever they were writing the legislation, they were obviously aware of the fact of officers having them on or off duty. Therefore, it should be reasonable that if they wanted to make an exclusion for officers to have more than one type of handgun, they should have made an exclusion for them to have more than one type of handgun.
I guess it also could just be an easy mistype. It's like I was trying to tell Bobby yesterday. There's a presumption of certain legislation when it comes to that, just because because we're offered it within our normal duties and rights. Our sorry, not our rights, but our normal duties as a law enforcement officer. There's a presumption that we are allowed to have multiple firearms as long as it goes through our duty as long as it's within the constraints and activities of our duty